Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode here on the Sitrep podcast channel. I'm your host, Ariscany Jim, and today I am joined by my friend Rasmus. Rasmus, how you doing today?
Can't complain too much.
All right, you're not frozen to death up there?
Well, only a foot of snow or so,
Well, I guess that's not too
so
bad.
not too bad for sitting on the edge of Lake Erie.
There you go. Okay, we got Damon in YouTube, we've got James Cuts, and Because Science Teacher in Twitch. Thanks, everyone, for coming by. Sorry if I missed anybody, but, hello, Richard Nicholson, how you doing? Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. We are, of course, now entering the anniversary week, the 30th anniversary week of Operation Desert Saber, technically. Ground operations in Desert Storm. The ground invasion is about to officially kick off. Spoiler alert, there's been ground battling going on for quite some time already. There were preliminary battles like Wadi El Patin, there was El Kafji, and the Marines have been pushing into Kuwait for some time now, like 100 meters a day. They keep waiting for the Iraqis to do something about it, and they keep not doing it. So hey, we'll just keep going. But February 24th, 1991 is the official kickoff. I think it was about 4 in the morning local time, and it goes on until into the wee hours of the morning, very early morning hours of 28 February. This is where you get the famous 100 hours from. So I've been looking at we've been doing a lot of Gulf War content over the last month, really, tons of it. And we've done the U.S. Air Force, we've done U.S. Marines a bunch of times in a bunch of different systems. We've done the freaking Irish of all people, UK, Her Majesty's, Queen's Royal Irish Dragoons, or I'm sorry, Hussars, I should say, if I get the name of the unit right. Sorry about that. We've done SAS. We've done everybody except 7 Corps, except U.S. Army. So they were the biggest players in the Gulf War. So I was like, you know what? We can't let Gulf War go by without doing at least something for 7 Corps. And the most famous battle, probably, of the Gulf War, 73 Easting. So, yeah, we've been doing a lot of Marine Corps stuff for obvious reasons here in the Gulf War. But honestly, the biggest battles were fought by the Army. And the toughest opponents were definitely fought by the Army. The Marines, the British, they never went up against any Republican Guard. That was all U.S. Army. That was all 7 Corps. A little bit of 18th Corps way up north, Nebuchadnezzar, Hammurabi. 24th Mechanized slapped those people around a little bit. But mostly it was 7 Corps. So, yeah, we have to do 7 Corps versus Republican Guard. That's literally what the Gulf War is kind of all about. Okay.
It's the meat and potatoes.
Yeah, it's the part that if anyone knows anything about the Gulf War, they know 73 Easting. They've heard of it. It's really important in not only in military history, but gaming history. At the end, after the Gulf War, they kind of got everybody back. They had the whole battle tape recorded, and U.S. Army, DARPA, Department of Defense, a bunch of other people really got down with some, at the time, cutting-edge computer technology. This is 1992, 93, 94. And they built one of the world's first really computerized and very, very faithful computer simulations of a battle, and they were using that to train armor officers for quite a while, through most of the 1990s. They're probably still using it today, although obviously, at least I hope, it's been heavily updated. So 73 Easting is a big deal. Small battle, but a big deal in the history not only of combat, but also gaming in general. So,
And sometimes the small ones, like when they took the guns by Normandy, it's not a big operation knocking out a set of guns, but it's one of the ones that go down in history.
Oh, absolutely. Like Pegasus Bridge. Speaking of Normandy,
Yeah.
We want to talk about a small battle that made a big difference. So here's the situation on the third day of the Gulf War, so that's going to be G-Day +2, 26 February 1991. And what we're looking at here is the overall plan that Norman Schwarzkopf had for the coalition. So the coalition's more or less set up along this line. Most of the Iraqi forces are deployed here occupying Kuwait. There's a small screening force going out here, and then there's absolutely nothing out this way, really. So the overall plan was to fix the Iraqis in place here with the 2 corps of Arab allied units and the U.S. Marines, backed up by Tiger Brigade, 2nd U.S. Armored. And then we're going to, once these Iraqis are pinned down, 7 Corps is going to execute what they call the Hail Mary Pass or the left hook or whatever you want to call it. This huge flanking motion, hundreds of miles deep into the desert, and cave in the Iraqi right wing. And the idea was to reach this coast and cut off the bulk of the Iraqi army and pretty much finish it off in place. It didn't work. Despite what anybody says, despite what you may have seen on CNN, this plan did not work for a number of reasons. Number one, the Marines are too good. And by that I mean the Iraqis are too bad. The Marines hit the Iraqis down here so hard that they didn't fix the Iraqis in place. They totally caved them in. And the Iraqis are now in a headlong retreat by the end of day 1 out of Kuwait. So this attack that was not supposed to start until 0600 hours on day 2, at 1300 hours on day 1, Schwarzkopf calls General Franks, commanding general of 7th Corps, and says, yeah, that thing you were supposed to do tomorrow at 6 o'clock, you're doing that in 2 hours, 3 o'clock in the afternoon today. 7th Corps admirably, met the mission. They attacked, didn't meet any resistance. They finally made this left pivot. And the first unit to really run across major forces was technically 1st UK Armored. They ran across their friends, the 52nd Armored, in a couple of running battles going back through here. But the first real American force to really run into a serious enemy threat is what we're going to be looking at today, and that is going to be elements of 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment running across Tawalkana Republican Guards. So it's going to be a small but serious battle here. Okay, buzzing through super fast. So again, that red rectangle, like we always do, it just kind of zooms in on other maps. That red rectangle is going to be this map here. Here we see elements of 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment running across 19th Brigade. I'm sorry, that's actually 18th Brigade. 18th Brigade of Tawakana. I misidentified it in the promo slide. It shouldn't be 9th Brigade. You can see here where the map makes it look like 9th Brigade. This map is actually wrong. 2nd Cavalry, 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment was actually a little bit further to the south and was actually fighting 18th Brigade. Small detail, no big deal. And again, that little rectangle goes into this rectangle, which is where we really start to zoom in, and we're looking at what actually happened. This very bad quality document is a slide from a 400-page transcript I found of that DARPA meeting, where they were actually designing this war game back in 1992. And I know you can't see it, I can't see it, but basically it gives Eagle troops positions tank by tank and the engagement ranges with the latitudes and the eastings and the whole 9 yards. It's basically a blow-by-blow of the Battle of 73 Easting, or at least its opening, starting at about 16-17 hours, so 4:17 in the morning, 4:17 in the afternoon, 26 February 1991. So it's an extremely well-documented battle. It's like probably one of the most famous battles in recent U.S. Army history. All the way to where the commander of Eagle Troop, McMasters, briefly served as National Security Advisor in the Trump administration. So 30 years later, he's moved up in the world a little bit. Suffice it to say. So this is a brand new game system designed literally this weekend that we're going to call for now Battle Carry Sabot. And we'll go into all the rules kind of as we go. But we're starting off pretty simple with Abrams, with M3 Bradleys, the Cavalry Scout version. Lions of Babylon, Assad Babil, or T-72s if you want to use the actual name. But for the record, these are not T-72s. I know everyone says, oh, you fight T-72s in the Gulf War. No, they are not, technically. The Assad Babil is an export variant. It's not even an export variant. It's built in Iraq. These aren't Soviet tanks. These are Iraqi tanks. It's a Soviet design that the Iraqis are building locally under license. They're not actually the same. So there's the T-72 that you might run across in Team Yankee that the Soviets are using in their own army. and even that is a stopgap measure. They should be using T-64s or T-80s. Then you get the T-72M1, which is the export version of the T-72, which is a little bit worse. And then technically you have the Assad Babil or the Lion of Babylon, which isn't even an export. That is an Iraqi tank built in Iraq. It's a T-72 design, mostly, but... And here is our game board for today. So each grid on this map is 50 meters. So if this was a 1-inch grid, you'd be looking at an 8-foot by 5-foot table. And if these were, on a 1-inch table, the scale would be about 1 to 2,000. And the tanks would be about 1/4 of an inch long. That works out to 0.75 millimeters in scale. And these tanks can shoot almost clear across the table. In fact, the American tanks can easily shoot clear across the table. So this is the kind of scale that you run across when you're in modern combat. Most of the Iraqi tanks, to be fair, can't reach clear across the table, but the American ones can. And so even this table, 8 foot at 1 to 2,000, is a little too small. But we have to kind of count the badness somewhere. All right, so we have the Iraqi forces kind of set up in place as they were historically. I'm not using anything special. I'm playing the Iraqis, I should say. I'm not taking any kind of creative license. I'm setting up the Iraqis as they actually were. So we're starting off with those initial 8 tanks that McMaster's engaged on the day and their approximate locations. Do notice that some of them are in these dugout improved positions. So there's the counter for the tank, obviously. It pre-measures for you the arcs, so there's never going to be a question about what's a flank shot, what's a frontal shot, what's a rear shot, anything like that. The small tan dot in the center of the turret there shows the tank's real location, because obviously these tanks are not to scale. Again, a tank would be about, if this was real WYSIWYG scale, 1/4 of one of these boxes. Because again, each box is an inch grid, it's 50 meters. A tank is not 50 meters, unless you're talking about some of the weird war German stuff that you see. So historically, there were, this force of 8 T-72s in dugout positions. Then there was about another company reinforced, staggered out behind that. So they're all numbered and all set up. We also have some BMP-1s with staggered AT-3 missiles. And that's pretty much the Iraqi force. As I scroll around the map, you're going to see this coil of T-72s back here. That's in reserve. So I don't think we're going to get to use these today. That's this ground here, this coil here. Super fast. There's a coil of T-72s back here. As you can see, that's 73 easting. Every easting is about a kilometer, so they're at least like 76 easting. They're way off the map. I just put them there in case the game is over in an hour and we don't want to end the stream yet. So for now, we can ignore these. But that's actually how the...
We'll politely ignore them.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how the Soviets would actually set up. And of course, anybody who was trained by the Soviets, like the Iraqis, would set up some of their reserve tanks. They set them up with these weird coils. So these units can actually engage in any direction if they're attacked, obviously. In the more likely event that they get orders to actually get off their asses and do something, that's the commander's vehicle. He literally just starts driving, and this whole column just, it's already in a coiled up column. They just uncoil and go on their merry way. But again, we probably won't get to those. McMaster's did engage them with Eagle Troops, 2nd Squadron, 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, but not till later, and probably like 4 or 5 more feet to the east on our 1 to 2,000 table here. So over here to the Americans, we have McMaster's force. So we have McMaster's. We have his historical platoon leaders. You will notice that one platoon is missing, and there's a reason for that. I'll explain that in just a second. But we have the captain of Eagle Troop. We have his 2nd platoon of tanks, 4th platoon of tanks, and his 1st platoon of APCs. Notice I went from 1 to 2 to 4. Where's 3rd platoon? 3rd platoon is under a guy named Tim Guthrie, and not Tim. What's his name? Tim Gauthier. Tim Guthrie works for Beasts of War. I got that wrong. Sorry, Tim Gauthier, or Gauthier, however you say his name. So he is slightly to the south. He's maintaining, historically, he is maintaining contact with the next unit down. That is 3rd Squadron of 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, call sign Cougar. Also, Petchek's platoon is technically short 2 Bradleys. He should have 6. He only has 4. 2 Bradleys were detached to the north to maintain contact with Ghost Troop, 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment, 2nd Squadron. That's also historically true. They got separated by a sandstorm, and right now I think 1st Lieutenant Kilgore commands that. He's about 8 kilometers north, wondering where the hell everybody is. And McMaster's has sent two Bradleys up there to find him. So that's the American force. 2 full platoons of Abrams and 1 slightly understrength platoon of M3 Bradleys. So, any questions so far from either you, Rasmus, or from the chat?
Not from me, no.
Alrighty. Check out Mr. Chat here. Alright, cool. Thanks everybody for coming out. Okay, so the Americans are going to enter from anywhere on the northern half of the east side of the board. So, pretty straightforward. This line here, more or less. They can enter at full speed. This is not some weird Panzerleader type of game where you can only move or fire. We're talking about fully stabilized guns. You can move full speed, fire both times, and probably hit at 3,000 meters plus, because we love the 1990s. So yeah, this game I'm hoping is going to go actually pretty fast. Obviously, this is not a hex and counter game. This is a miniature style game. We're obviously playing virtually here, but this is the kind of game that you could totally play with miniatures. We have rulers, we have little measuring arcs. We're all set to play this game as a miniatures game. One thing I did forget to mention, I talked to Rasmus about this before the stream, but this little dark area here is an Iraqi minefield. However, it's not a terribly dangerous one, and we'll go into the rules as we go ahead and start play. From what little I can find on this Iraqi minefield in the sources, the tanks that did hit minefields literally didn't even slow down. So I'm only assuming that it's some kind of anti-personnel minefield. It might throw a track, it might cause an American vehicle to become immobile or to become damaged, but it cannot destroy an American vehicle. And unless Rasmus decides to camp out and hang out in that minefield all day, which I don't expect him to do, he may not even take any mine hits at all, because it's a very thin minefield. But yeah, I'm more expecting him to actually move through it. The reason they call the battle 73 Easting is because by the end of the first phase of the battle, McMaster's had pretty much driven all the way here. He was at 73 Easting. So it's a weird name for a battle, just in case people in the chat may not be familiar. They call the battle 73 Easting. This is the ass end of all the deserts of the world. Roll 1d6 to avoid, wandering Jawas or Arrakis sandworms. There is nothing out here. El Alamein had a train station. All these little battles have some kind of terrain feature. There isn't a single palm tree on this map. There isn't a wadi. There isn't a hill. There isn't nothing. There is one tiny road that is more of a track. And they said, you know what? There's literally nothing to name this battle after. We're going to name it after the grid reference. So it's literally a spot on the map in the middle of nowhere. You might as well be fighting on the surface of Mars. Put a tow missile on that new rover. See what happens.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Sitrep Podcast says they are on Mars collecting the rover. There you go. Great minds think alike. We were just kind of making that joke. Yeah, where are the Jawas? There you go. Yeah, American tanks cannot be left unattended for more than 15 minutes, or they come back after their coffee break and they find it covered in Jawas, or devoured by a sandworm. So be careful. Okay, guys. I'm not even going to lie, I'm a little nervous, because this game has never been tested before. This thing is cherry right out of the factory. I haven't even play tested it solitaire yet. So, Rasmus, here we go. Be gentle.
Yeah. So,
all right, so
we'll
both of your units have a speed of 11. And they come in, again, from anywhere along the top. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a super fast piece here. Insert, shape, just to make it easy. There you go. Anywhere from that little blue band. That's your entry zone.
Yes. So let's start with the second platoon. That'll come in all the way down in the bottom.
Okay. So that is Stefano's, technically 4th platoon. But that's just the number. Yeah, I know what you mean by 4th platoon, by 2nd platoon. Okay. And
Yes.
their top speed is 11 inches.
So let's see, how do we push that best? Yeah. First one, full speed, straight ahead.
All right, is that going to be the platoon leader?
No, let's start in the other end of the platoon.
All right, boot ass newbie, this is why you're the new guy. You get to go first. All right, he moves forward exactly 11 inches. So again, the center dot there, for people in the chat, marks the true position of the tank, because these tanks are wildly out of scale with the map. You wouldn't be able to see them. Super fast, just for fun. It's like a 1/4 of an inch. So that's the actual size of the tank, if you can even see that on your screen.
So about the size of the dot.
Yeah. So again, the map is 1 inch, each grid is an inch, 8 foot by 5 foot table, 1 to 2,000, and this map is still a little too small because modern war. All right, so
the next one will move 8
Also-
inches up, and then we are down for 3 inches. So
okay,
about
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 8, and then down 3. Do this super fast.
about 30 degrees or so.
Okay, does tank 44 want to change its facing at all?
Yeah, face it down towards the Iraqis.
All right, cool. So as you can see, guys, in the chat, the counter there already marks the arc, so we know, because there's different armor facings for front, sides, and rear. Okay. Oh, real fast, super quick, you have now entered the Iraqi minefield. So I will turn on Mr. Web Camera here. For tank 44, no worries. For tank 43, no worries. Okay, go ahead.
And the next one will go in about 6, and then we're down the 30 degrees.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down to about there. Like so.
And the lieutenant will go in 8, and then we're down 2 inches.
Okay.
So one inch behind 43.
I'll just go ahead and... something like that.
Something
Okay.
like that, yeah.
So yeah, if I ever misplace a miniature, let me know and I'll quickly fix it. All right, so we rolled for 43 and 44 really quick. Tank 42 does hit a mine. Nothing happens. It blows up. It rocks the tank a little bit. He keeps on going. Doesn't even slow down. Tank number. So we've had our first explosion. DeStefano himself does not hit a mine. So oh shit, mines. We are in a minefield, guys. Something just blew up underneath me. Cool. All right. Next unit. Actually, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? Each unit. This is a weird turn because the Iraqis are surprised. This isn't like you go, I go. You move a vehicle, you fire your units, then I move a vehicle, I fire my units. I'm not moving at all because there's a special rule over here, guys, for this particular scenario where the Iraqis are surprised. There was fighting earlier today, in fact, like 5 minutes ago, but like 3 kilometers further to the west. So the Iraqis know there are Americans in the area, but they are convinced that you're still at least 3 miles or 3 kilometers away. That also leads into this other special rule that we're about to get into. But for that first couple, when they interviewed Iraqi prisoners after the battle, they were like, "Why didn't you shoot at us at first?" like for the first 2 or 3 minutes, we were certain we were under an air attack, because the Americans are firing from so far away, and they've moved 3 kilometers in like 2 minutes. There's no way the Americans could be here already. These explosions must be coming from aircraft. Nope.
And it probably also helped that they were firing high explosives.
Yeah, so that leads us to our second rule. The previous battle that took place back at 67 Easting, about 3 kilometers further to the west, was a small, they call it a village. It's more like a surveillance outpost, or who knows what it was. A small collection of buildings. Maybe it was a Jawa chop shop, Luke's farm out there at the Jublin Wastes, or Obi-Wan Kenobi's house, who knows. It's this tiny little collection of stone buildings where there was a Republican Guard infantry force. So all the American tanks are carrying heat rounds, high explosive anti-tank rounds, in their breeches. So McMaster's historically famously gave the first order, fire sabot, and that's basically fire your guns and then immediately load a sabot round. Basically, you don't unload a tank gun in the middle of combat. That's 5 seconds too long, and you're dead in 5 seconds. So it's fire sabot. The first round out of every American tank has to be a heat round. After that, Rasmus can choose his ammunition type at his convenience. So these 4 tanks would actually fire now, was the point of that whole huge discussion. Okay, so the range is between 10 and 20. Everything is banded so that measuring is easy.
Yes.
Okay, so basically less than 20. Your chance to hit is a 6 plus your gunnery skill. Every gunner in this game has a slightly different skill. Gunners can be good, gunners can be bad, gunners can be kind of in the middle. Now you are firing heat rounds, so the chance is still a 6. Guns do get less accurate or more accurate depending on what ammo they're firing. So we're looking at a 6. The first number is your chance to hit, then your penetration, then your blast. So there's no soft targets on this board. Don't worry about the third number. That's blast. So right now we're just worried about a 6 and a 10. So which tank do you want, who do you want to fire first? Let me go ahead and not play your game for you.
Let's take them in the order they showed up.
All right, so that would be technically 44 showed up first. Measuring from dot to dot, again, we're easily within 10 to 20. So,
yeah.
No, actually, we're more than 20. My bad. So we're on this band. Sorry, your chance to hit is a 4. I totally misread that. So it's less than 30, less than 20, less than 10. We're at about.
Yep.
Unless there's a closer target.
Yeah, I was thinking 213.
213 is the closest one, but it's still more than 20. So dot to dot, yeah, it looks like you're at about 21 and a half. So technically, yeah, you're still in that third range band.
So in that case, we'll just fire at 221.
Okay, so 221 is going to be the target. You're still in the same range band. You have that gunner is not the best guy in the platoon because he's in tank 44, but he still gets 2 because he's an American trained guy. So he gets 2. That's the G2 in the counter, everybody. G2, you see the numbers are sometimes different because the gunners do have different skills. So the base is 4 plus 2 for gunnery skill gives you a 6. However, he is in an improved position. So improved position is a -3. So it's a 3 to hit on 1d10. However, you get, well, just go ahead and roll the 1.
And, yeah, it's an 8, so.
Okay, so that heat round missed. You get a second shot. Do you want to fire a heat round or a sabot?
Well, the captain said load sabot, so.
All right, now sabot, your chance goes up by 2. The round is literally more accurate at that range. Again, actually it goes up by 1. Sorry. So it's 5 becomes 7 minus 3 becomes 4.
Yes. And that's a 3.
Boom, that's a hit. All right, so the sabot round hits. The penetration value for a 120 millimeter M256 was the gun. I can't remember what the nomenclature of the ammunition was. Is 13. Against the frontal armor of a T-72 is a 6. You have to roll so you subtract 13 from 6, or I'm sorry, you subtract 6 from 13, I should say. Gives you a 7 chance to penetrate the armor. So roll 7 or less on a d10.
A 7.
You just got through there. Okay, that's a penetration. Suffers a +1 on the VDT. These are because Soviet tanks are just not as safely made. Where is the VDT? I should put the VDT down here a little bit. It's easier to reach. In fact, let me go ahead and do that now.
So the boot pulled first blood.
Yep, he did score a hit. So you roll a d10 on this. You want to roll as high as you can, and you get to add 1 to the roll because these Soviet tanks are not built with safety in mind.
That was an 8.
An 8 becomes a 9. Fuel explosion. Wrecked. No move or fire. Vehicles killed. Boom! There you go. You called it when you said first kill. You weren't playing around. First of all, get this thing out of the way. All right.
And he may go down 1 Sabo round.
Oh, yeah. I will keep track of that in just a second. So you said you engaged 221, right?
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, I thought it was cheesy to start by shooting at the command tank without.
So that is down to 5. He's got 5 rounds left. Cool. Awesome. So again, the victory conditions for everyone in the chat before people start asking questions. Not only do I expect the Iraqis to be tabled, they have to be tabled. The game continues until the Iraqis are tabled. It's not even an if, it's a when. And then it is, how many actual losses the Americans take. So pretty much if I blow up a single Abrams, he's lost. Not only is he lost, he's lost decisively. So I don't expect any Abrams to be destroyed. I might damage a few. I might even get lucky and maybe cripple one Bradley in response to him, destroying my entire force. That would be more than Eagle Troop lost historically, so that would be an Iraqi player victory. So I get the usual asymmetrical stuff. You guys are used to it by now.
Yep. So 43. What's the distance to the nearest one?
He's a little further ahead. He might be within that second range band.
That was what I was hoping for.
You know what? He is close enough. It's a good chance for me to show off my little miniatures here. Yeah, there's 20, and that little dot is closer. So it goes a 17, 18, 19, 20. The center dot, again, is the actual position of the vehicle. He is finer than a frog hair split 3 ways, but he is totally within 20 inches. He's right on 20 inches. So he'll get that second range band, which makes a big difference. So he's, again, it's 50 meters to an inch. He's just at 1,000 meters. So for that first heat round that he's required to fire, he starts off with a 6, goes up to an 8, goes down to a 5.
A 7.
That is a miss.
And we'll fire another heat round.
Okay, so that's going to be another 5 then.
That's 3.
All right, a hit. That's a hit with a heat round. Heat round does 10 at this range for penetration. 10 versus 6, I think we said. I'll have this memorized shortly. 10 versus 6, that's a 4 to penetrate.
A 4 on the dot.
Oh, cool, he made it. All right, so that is going to be a penetration. Okay, +1 on the vehicle damage table.
A 7.
7
so
becomes 8, crew killed. So, yeah, basically that's the end of the tank. Tanks, there's all these weird things that can happen to a tank. This column over here kind of boils it down. Damaged, disabled, or vehicle killed are the 3 possible outcomes. Boom. Awesome. All right, that's 2 tanks down. Then you've got tank 42.
Yeah,
I don't think he has anyone within 20.
No, so we'll just do 212.
All right, cool. 212 is right there. You're in range band 3. The first round has to be a heat round. That is going to be a 4 plus 2 for him as well is 6. 3 to hit.
A 4. So
All right, just barely missed. Second round.
They can hear it go by.
Yeah, that one went like the thickness of an extra coat of paint. So is the second round going to be another heat or a Sabo?
I would take a Sabo.
All right, so 5 plus 2 is 7, 4 to hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. But there you see it. A 4.
Cool. Wow, that's a huge 4, but cool. All right, so that is going to be a hit, barely. Awesome. 4 becomes, way down here. All right, roll a d10, add 1 to the result.
A 2.
A 2 plus 1 becomes a 3. Minor hull hit. Yeah, you basically blew some of the tracks off. So vehicle is damaged. He's now at half speed.
I don't think you're gonna move him around too much, so
Yeah.
that might not matter too much.
Come on, scroll over there. This battlefield is too big. And still, the map, technically speaking, is a little too small. Alright, so he's hit. Alright, last we come to First Lieutenant DeStefano himself. He's got range band 3 on everybody. However, his gunner is better. He is rocking a gunner 3. Because he's platoon leader. He's going to pick the best gunner for his track. Alright, so who does he want to engage? If anybody.
Let's see. We'll place one shot into the one that went to half speed.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and try to finish this dude off?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. His chance to hit is going to be slightly better. His first round has to be a heat round. Starts off at a 4, goes up to a 7, goes back down to a 4.
A8. So.
Alright, so the heat round misses. Second round, sticking with the heat or going for a sabot check on a 5?
We'll go for the sabot on the 5.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not gonna touch it.
Oh, I believe you. I can't see Twitch. I can't see Skype, so.
Okay.
Was it a hit?
It's a 5.
Okay, cool. That's a hit. Sabot round. First of all, welcome, Novus Templar. Says, get him, Raz. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So he's not doing too bad so far. Okay, so we're looking at a total of, at this range, penetration of 12 minus 6. I told you, no. Penetration of 13 minus 7 to penetrate.
A 1.
A 1 becomes a 2. Minor damage, half speed. The vehicle is now immobilized. You blew off his other tracks.
And I used a sabot for that. Tisk,
Yeah.
tisk, tisk.
That was 212. The earth moved. American guns aren't that powerful. Alright, so that is going to wrap up things here on Mr. Oops. No, the other one, damn it. There we go. Oh my god. Come on, don't make this a pain in the ass. Alright, cool. So 5, 5, 5, and this guy fired 2 heat rounds, so he still has a full load of sabers.
Yes.
Cool. Alright, so that's going to be it for first platoon.
Yep.
You've got another platoon of Abrams and a troop, or technically a platoon of M3s.
Yep. The M3s, can they fire the TOWs when they come on, or?
Yeah. The only thing with the TOW is that their rate of fire is only 1.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and
So if we send in the M3s around row 32.
Okay. So like right around here, using the tips of the number, little sprues.
Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming you're starting off with track 14.
Yes.
Okay. He has a movement of I don't know if he's moving in a straight line. You tell me where he's moving.
Move in a straight line. Yeah.
Okay. He's going to pivot then, I'm assuming.
Yes. Point down towards the Iraqis and.
All right. Track 13.
He'll go in about 2 inches lower and then go straight forward and then pivot.
Oh, here's a rule I didn't write, but just in case it wasn't obvious. Tanks never block line of sight with other tanks. Again, the tanks are like hugely oversized to the map. Okay, track number 12.
2 inches further down, same procedure.
He's got a nice little echelon line going here. 1, 2, get it right, Jim. There you go. Cool. And then the platoon leader.
Well,
Second Lieutenant Mike Petchek, if I'm saying his name correctly.
We'll put him in between the 2 lower ones.
Like on the same firing line or back a little?
Keeping an inch back if he can still see over the hill from there.
Oh yeah, in fact he's off the hill. The hill ends, yeah, right there. So they're all off the hill. No worries. Nobody's entered the minefield except for number 12, who was super anxious, I guess. Yeah. He does not hit a mine. All right. Cool. So that platoon is now in place. Go ahead, I'm assuming, and open fire with tows.
Yes.
What's the range on the tow? What's the range on a tow? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, it's infinite. It goes to over 60 inches. The range on a tow technically is 50 inches. I'm sorry, it's 5,000 meters, which in this game would be 100 inches. This is only a 96-inch, i.e. 8-foot table. This tow can hit anything on the table, assuming there's line of sight. Like I said, even this map at 1 to 2,000, an 8 by 5 foot table is a little too small. So he's got range.
So let's see. The first one will go on 221.
Okay. 221's already burning.
Oh, what's the furthest out?
231.
231. Sorry.
All right, cool. No worries. That's the next platoon commander. So I number these tanks by Russian doctrine. First number is the company number, second number is the platoon number, third number is the tank number. So 231 is the platoon leader, third platoon, second company. It's between 30 and 40 inches. I know you've got range. I just don't know if I don't think it changes. 77777. Yeah, it's a self-propelled weapon. It's literally the same number.
As long as you don't get too close.
Yeah, then you run into minimum range issues. Awesome. So we are looking at 7 plus your gunner. Which tank or which one's firing first?
The top one. So
gunner 2. That makes 9. He is in a hold down position. Make that a 6.
An 8. So
boom, missed. Okay.
That's the missile off into space.
He is, which did happen. Did totally happen. Misfires. The missile just literally falls into the desert. He is down 1. He can only fire 2, then he has to spend a turn to reload. Okay, cavalry vehicle number 13, track 13. Is he firing on the same target?
Same target, yeah.
Okay, 7.
Might as well keep it simple.
7 plus 2 is 9, 6 to hit.
A 6.
Okay, that tow hit the target, penetrates on a 14. Oh, God. 14 minus 6 is 8. So, yeah, 8 or less to penetrate.
A 7.
Boom. We'll run D10 on the vehicle damage table.
A 5.
5 becomes a 6. All weapons are KO'd. Vehicle cannot fire. You know what? I'm going to copy all these and move them over where they're easier to get to. Damn it. Ugh. This is what happens when I get lazy and I make my counters right here in Excel. I don't Photoshop them.
Yep.
They become text boxes, which are fine, but they're a little bit tougher to move. Alright.
But they're easier to edit on the fly.
Oh, they're easy to make, yeah. And at like 3:30 in the morning, I was like, how can I get this ready really fast? All right, cool. So that tank's been hit. That's 2 toes down.
So we'll take 232.
Okay. That's going to be cavalry troop number, or cavalry track number 12 is going to engage 232. Yeah, 6 to hit.
A6.
Boom. 7 to penetrate.
5.
Sorry, 8 to penetrate, but you got it. D10 plus 1.
7, so it becomes an 8.
Okay, crew killed. That is the end of that. Enemy tangos, front! Tanks to the front! Cavalry number 2. This is, what's his name? Mike Petchek again. So his gunner is a little bit better. He's got a gunner of 3, which means he starts off on a 7, plus 3 is 10, minus 3 for improved position, 7 to hit, depending on who he wants to engage.
Well, 7 to hit no matter who he engages.
Oh, yeah, I should say pending who your choice of target, not depending. Pending, not depending. Yes,
yeah.
the chance is going to be hit no matter whoever.
We'll go for...
Well, technically, that's not true. If you engage these guys back here, which you can see, they are not in improved positions. But they are behind hull down shielding, so they're only minus 1. Again,
in that case, we'll do 141.
Okay, take out that platoon leader. That is going to be... all right, well, we already know the range is fine. 7, 10, minus 1 for Soviet hold down shielding, 9 to hit.
2.
Boom, that's a hit. Penetrate is still the same. 14 minus 6 is 8 to penetrate.
7.
Got it, and now D10 plus 1.
A 4 becomes a 5.
4 becomes a 5, is vehicle immobilized. Do I already have an immobilized on the tape? Yeah, that's where he went. Alright, and now everyone there has fired off their tow missile. Or one of their tow missiles. So technically, first I'll get out of the way, ruler. Now these are, for people in the chat who may be wondering, these are M3s. These are cavalry scouts. So he's got a lot more missiles. However, that tow launching boom only carries 2 missiles. So he can fire 2 missiles, then he has to reload. As opposed to a Bradley, which fires those 2 missiles, can reload once. Once it fires those 2 missiles, those second 2 missiles, they're out of missiles. That extra space is used for infantry. That's the APC. That's the M2. Technically, these are M3, the cavalry vehicles, which don't carry infantry. They just carry a lot more tow missiles. So he has an infinite number for game purposes. It's just how many he can fire before he has to reload. All right, now we have, looks like a Hamilton's platoon.
Yep. Let's see. We'll send them on straight by 44. So first one on by 44.
Okay, that's going to be him to 11 inches. Then I assume he pivots to face the enemy.
Yes.
Cool. No worries. All right. Super fast. No mine. Okay. Next track, or next tank, I should say.
We'll go on 1 inch below.
1 inch below, right there.
Yes.
He's also in a minefield. You never know. Nope, no mine. Okay. Track 3.
1 inch below.
Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, Rasmus is doing like the whole echelon right here. No worries, makes things easy. Boom! He hits a mine! And something happens. Yay! I score a victory point. He does hit a mine. Vehicle is now moving at half speed. He counts as a damaged tank.
Ooh.
Half speed. Yep. That mine actually did something to one of his tracks.
Damn.
Oh, come on already. Damn it, machine. There we go. That was going to be track number 22. All right, platoon leader. Hamilton himself.
He'll go in between 22 and 23.
Okay, like a little bit behind him, or?
A little bit behind them, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So editing that text is going to be a little difficult, but no worries. Now you've got 4 tanks in firing position. The first round has to be high explosive.
Yes.
Because scenarios.
So we'll place it at 2 for
231, who can't fire? Or 222?
222.
Cool. Okay, let's see how close he is. He is definitely less than 30. So less than 30, his chance is a 4. After everything goes down to a 3 with a heat round.
An 8.
Okay, second round. Do you want to have it be a heat or a sabot?
We'll take a sabot.
All right, it goes down to a 4 to hit. Let me check that. Yes. That's only because these guys are all in improved positions. They're buried up to their turrets, basically.
A2.
Boom, that's a hit. Okay, at this range, that thing penetrates on a 13, minus 6, penetrates on a 7.
A 1.
Definitely penetrates. All right, roll a d10 plus 1.
A10.
Oh, that's beyond ammo hit. That's the kind of tank kill you see in the movie where the turret goes flying off the hull, spins around 3 times, and lands back down. Hell yeah, she's afire! Okay, that takes care of tank number... the first one. So before I forget...
Yeah, but in every week, every count I say tank.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So he's down 1 sabot round. Okay, now we go to track number 23. Again, we're doing them in the order that you brought them on the table. So
yes.
Okay. We don't have to, but if it changes, let me know.
Oh, that's fine. Well, do the lucky one, the one that can't move.
That can't move. Okay, cool. Pretty sure you're still less than 30. Oh, God, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong platoon. You're totally less than 30. All right, yeah, same chances then. First round is heat, unfortunately, but that's what you guys were carrying, so it becomes a 3 to hit with a heat round.
That's 7. So.
Okay, second round, battle carry sabot or?
Sabot, yeah.
All right, goes up to a 4 to hit.
A5.
Boom, that's a hit. 7 to penetrate.
No, it was a 4 to hit, so the 5 miss.
5, hold on, 5 plus 2, you're right, it does miss, sorry. Thank you for that. I forgot this guy's not the best gunner yet. The platoon leader gets a 5. The other guys got a 4. Okay, tank number 2.
Johnny Half Speed will engage the same guy.
Cool. He's getting a 3 with his heat round.
A 3.
That's a hit with a heat round. Awesome. So, heat rounds are chemical energy. They're a shape-charged warhead. They do pretty good. It's tough to hit with them, but once you hit, they do pretty good penetration. Oh, God. Forget I said that. Oh, damn. Your chance to penetrate is a 2. 6 minus 2 frontal armor is a 2.
A 4. So.
Okay.
Make them nervous in there.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely true. I may change those. You know what? Okay, guys, super fast. Well, I won't screw up the webcam. But I'm looking at Phoenix Command Mechanized Combat System. I'm looking at MBT by Avalon Hill. I'm looking at Assault by GDW. They all gave that heat round much better chances at longer range. So I may change this in future editions. The heat penetration of the heat round. Armor penetration of the heat round may go up, especially at longer ranges. But for now, I just left it alone. Okay, so your second round is a sabot.
We'll take a sabot.
Okay, so that's going to be a 4 to hit at this range.
A 4.
That's a hit. Penetrates on a 7.
A 6.
Boom. D10 plus 1.
A 7, so it becomes an 8.
7 becomes an 8. That is crew killed on enemy tank. Looks like 212.
Yep.
He doesn't have to worry about moving anymore.
After 4 hits.
Yeah, he finally blew up. Alrighty. Who says T-72s aren't tough? Okay, now your platoon leader. That is, historically speaking, I forgot his name now. Hamilton. What am I saying? First platoon. Or second platoon of tanks. Hamilton, who's he engaging? He has a +1 bonus to hit.
He'll engage 201.
201, the company commander. All right.
I've been avoiding him so far, but I think it's about time.
No, well, you wait until the officer. Officers should kill officers. It's a gentleman thing. All right, you're in the third. Yep. You're in the third range band. Then I'll catch up with chat. Welcome, Ben. I know you're in there. I'll get to you in just a second. All right, so you're at less than 30 inches. You hit with heat on a 4 plus 3 for your excellent gunner becomes a 7. Improved position knocks it down back to a 4. So it's 4 with a heat.
An 8. So.
Okay, second round. Battle Carry Sabot or?
Well, we'll do the Sabot, yeah.
That was the company commander's order. All right, cool. So now your chance goes up to a 5. So it's 5 plus 3 minus 3 is
1.
Boom! That's a hit with a Sabot round. 13 penetration at this range, minus 6 equals 7 to penetrate.
2.
Penetrates. Add 1 to your vehicle damage table.
A 7 becomes an 8. So.
Crew killed. He's out.
As you said, officers should kill officers. I should have left him for McMaster's, but
yeah.
Oh well.
McMaster's does historically score at least 1 kill. I think 2, maybe even 3. He claims 3. But again, he was like the first one on. All right, speaking of McMaster's, he's the only guy you've got left.
Yeah, he'll come in just behind Hamilton. Oh, next 1 inch above Hamilton.
Alrighty. Yes, Ben, this is a tank skirmish game that I've kind of invented in the last couple days. So 1 inch above Hamilton. There he is. Okay. The scale is 1 grid is an inch on the table, if this was a physical board. 50 meters. So smaller than Panzerblitz, bigger than most miniature games. Technically the scale is 1 to 2,000. Panzerblitz is technically 1 to 10,000, assuming 1 inch axis. Okay, so who's McMaster's engaging? We have tank 211. Is that last
211 for the first shot.
Alrighty. So he is, range band 3. He also has a good gunner. He's the company commander. So he has a +3 to his gunnery. So it goes up to a 7 for his heat round, down to a 4 for improved position.
A1.
He hits with a heat, penetrate on a 2.
A2.
That is perfect. McMaster's first shot was a heat round. He scored a kill on the heat round. That was exactly what happened historically. We just did it slightly out of sequence. Awesome.
So let's see what actually happens, whether he scores a kill or not.
D10 plus 1.
A7.
7 becomes an 8. Crew killed. Yep. Quote, that blast blows the tank commander's body out of that turret. And then a little bit later, there's a secondary explosion. The tank blows up altogether. That's exactly what happened. We just literally recreated history. Awesome. Except you do have 1 mine hit. That's called a damaged, whatchamacallit? A damaged Abrams. Holy crap, that's 6. Really? I may change these numbers. That's disabled. Sorry, damaged. 3 victory points.
So the decisive victory is out of the question now.
Well, yeah, because you've actually taken a little bit of damage.
Well, actually, I'm on 3, so it's a decisive victory until something else scrapes some pain.
Oh, yeah. Unless, if you come through the rest of the battle unscathed, it's still decisive victory. Now, no matter what, the battle is going to be a decisive American victory. Draw is what really happened. So, yeah. And again, I'm kind of merging results for Cougar platoon or for Cougar Squadron and Ghost Troop. Historically, Eagle Troop came through this without having to go back to the paint shop. They took nothing. But that doesn't make for a fun game. So we're allowing the Americans to take a little bit of damage. Statistically, the reason, my excuse for that is Ghost Troop lost 1 Bradley, 1 killed, and Cougar Platoon did take, or I keep calling them a platoon, Cougar Squadron took a little bit of damage. No tracks completely destroyed. I think the only actual vehicle kill was a Bradley up north with Ghost Troop. A BMP took the guy's head clean off. He was standing up in his turret.
And then he'll fire a Sabot at the closest one of the 3 down below.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He hasn't even taken a second shot yet. I got rambling about history and I forgot about the game. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me take a good measurement here. So McMaster's the closest of those 3, so a little bit south. Alright, that's 30. I don't think you're in the next range band. You might be. No, you're not. Okay, now he is hull down, and I'll explain what that means in just a second. We all know what hull down means in game terms. Alright, so these little dotted lines here are dune ridges, so to speak. You can, if you're close enough to where your circle, your little arc designator, touches the little dotted lines, you are considered hull down if the enemy line of fire passes through the dotted line, which of course it does. So he is hull down. That's not as good as improved position, but it's still not bad. It's pretty good for Western tanks. However, Soviet tanks that can't depress their guns very well, more of the tank has to be showing for him to still engage. So he only gets a -1 for that. So you're still in range band 3. You're less than 30 inch. Oh, no, you're more than 30 inches. You're okay. Yeah, you're 1 whole range band out. You're at less than 40. So you're 2,000 meters away, more than a mile. You engage on a 4. Your gunner is awesome. Goes up to a 7. T-72s only get a -1 on hull down. Yeah. So again, there's a chart here, guys, that tracks all that. Hull down is different if you're a Soviet tank or if you're a Western tank, because the gun literally depresses at a different angle. So it is at this range. It's 7 -1 is 6.
A2.
That is a hit. At this range, your penetration does go down a little bit because you're at almost 40 inches. That is 12 -6 for a T-72 equals 6.
A4.
That's a penetration. Add 1 on your vehicle damage table.
A 9 + 1 will.
Ooh, that's 2 kills in 1 turn. That's kind of what happened. In fact, it's even the right direction. Gunner, traverse left. Dude, you like perfectly recreated McMaster's opening seconds. Oh, you said the closest one. There you go, 142. That was awesome. I mean, it's not good for me because I've already lost like 9 tanks, but I'm the Iraqi player. I'm supposed to lose all my tanks. And I've already scored some victory points. I'm halfway to a victory just from you running over a mine. So yeah, sometimes playing the Americans or the Israelis or whoever, the British, the super high-tech, powerful side is fun. And sometimes it really sucks because, man, you're not allowed to lose shit. All right, let me catch up with Mr. Chat. Okay, hi everyone. A new system. Looks like every marker is 1 vehicle. That is correct, Ben Johnson. And welcome to the slaughter. Says Sitrep podcast. Okay, got it. Then these ranges are pretty close. Yeah, right now he's pretty close, and this is again intentional. We do have the grid coordinates. We are pretty close to an actual meter by meter recreation of the battle space. The reason the Iraqis were this close before McMaster's finally engaged them is he crested that little high ground. The Iraqis were set up in a reverse slope position so that by design no American force would see them until it was almost too late. So the Iraqis actually thought they had a pretty good system. They did have a pretty good system. They just were up against Abrams. It bears noting that the commander of this Iraqi force, I think his name was Major Saeed Mohammed, did go to training at Fort Benning. He was an American trained officer back when we were allies with these people during the Iran-Iraq War in the 80s. So he knew his shit. And a Republican Guard, you notice that there's no morale rules in this game. Republican Guard ain't quitting for shit. There's no Iraqi mass surrender rule or anything like that. It's just they're just completely overmatched technology-wise. So what else we got here? Oh, Hegemony. What the hell is this? Hegemony. I'm probably mispronouncing your name. This is a war game. This is a war game at the actual scales and distances that take place in modern combat. The system that we're using, Hedge, is Battle Carry Sabot. I invented it last night. This is its first time out. It is a recreation of a famous battle during the Gulf War called 73 Easting. So Google search 73 Easting, trust me, you're going to find a ton about it. It's probably one of the most famous battles of the Gulf War. It's important not only from a military historical perspective, also from a gaming perspective, because the Army built probably the most advanced war game ever made, based on the Battle of 73 Easting. They use it to train their officers with. They built it in the early 90s. DARPA was involved. It's actually a pretty big deal. But that's obviously we're not doing it to that anywhere near that level of complexity. But
in which case we would be sitting. We would probably have fired the first round by now. Or
yeah, well, like yeah, they also have like gigantic computers like running all their stuff for them. So pop the commander out like a champagne cork. Yeah, that's kind of what happened with that first round, according to him. I'm sure he's telling the truth. Paratrooper dropped a grenade from a German-operated captured R-35 tank, and the commander did the same thing. What? So Ben Johnson's telling a story where a paratrooper, I guess he was coming in on Normandy, a paratrooper dropped a grenade into a German-operated R-35. That's a Renault 35. So I guess we're talking about
captured French tank
behind Utah Beach. Yeah, there were some R-35s running around there by those causeways. He dropped a grenade into the tank turret as he was paratrooping in and blew the commander out of the hatch. That's 2 points right there. Or is that a shot from the 3-point line? It's got to be 3 points. All right, so everyone is now gone. I just need a couple minutes to catch up on ammunition because he did burn up some ammo.
Yes.
So, no worries. To cut down on paperwork, we kept the ammo track only for certain kinds of ammunition, the really good stuff. And we made sure that the ammo count was right here in the counter. So no paperwork, no huge pain in the ass here. So these super tank killer rounds, these Sabot rounds, fin stabilized, discarding Sabot, depleted uranium rounds, his silver bullets, he has a strictly limited ammunition load on them. Pretty much everyone's fired a Sabot round except for Tank 43. No worries there. And all of his cavalry tracks have fired off one tow missile. He has an infinite supply because these are the M3 cavalry, but he does have to reload after 2 missiles because that boom only fires 2 missiles. Then he has to do what's called a reload drill. He has to pull back, get out of the tank, and get out of the track, reload that friggin' thing, I think by hand. It's a laborious and vulnerable process. Kind of the Achilles heel of the Bradley. Okay, the Iraqis don't really get a turn because they're still stunned and surprised. We're now going to set up turn 2. I hope I have some tanks left. Whoa! Don't do that. That's where that coil of reserve tanks might come in.
Yeah, the first turn went pretty well. I can't complain about that.
No, then again, we're kidding, but in all seriousness, as the designer and as the from a historical perspective, damn near perfect. The only weird thing that happened was that mine explosion. So I know it doesn't look like it, guys, but I'm actually not doing too bad. I've already scored 3 points with a damaged M1 Abrams. And we are looking at, if I had rolled a 1 or a 2, that vehicle would be disabled, not damaged. That counts as 6 victory points. That would automatically drop you to a draw.
Yep.
But I rolled a 4, so the vehicle is only damaged. It's only 3 victory points. I need 6 to force a draw. I need 8 to win. I already have 3. How many tanks can I lose? I have to lose all of them. The game doesn't end until every single Iraqi tank is on fire. Because Gulf War. Alrighty, so the Iraqis don't get a turn because they're like, what? We're under air attack, right? Now we go to number 2. Alright, now we're actually going to have an actual real turn here. So, scale of the game, command phase. Command phase is fine until someone starts losing a command vehicle or start losing tanks or whatever. It's fine. Initiative phase. Senior surviving commanders on each side rolls number of D10s equal to their command score. The player with the highest single roll chooses whether a friendly unit will go first or second. Okay, so I have turn 2 technically. Okay, so my best commander is let me find him here real fast. Where are you? Where are you? Where's Tank 101? There he is. He's got command of 4. McMasters has command of 5. So I'm going to roll 4 d10s. You roll 5 d10s. Whoever gets the best single roll has initiative. My highest is a 7.
My highest is an 8.
Okay, so do you want to go first or second? Because you want initiative. You get to pick.
I'll go first.
Okay, so now you move the first vehicle. Then I will move and fire a first vehicle. Maybe. So, who do you want to move?
Well, let's take Cav 12.
Okay, cool. Alright, he has a max speed of 11. Let me zoom out so you can see more.
He'll move 4 inches straight forward. He'll turn again and move 4 inches straight forward.
Okay, so he's going to move forward.
Yes, straight east.
Oh, he's going to turn. Okay. So he moves. I'm sorry, you said 4 inches to the east?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 to the east. Okay, and then he's going to turn again?
We might as well turn, yeah.
Okay, he's got 7 inches of movement left.
Yep. No need to go Leroy Jenkins with the Bradley.
Okay. So he's going to stay there?
Yes.
Okay, he technically did move. Get it in the box, please. 9, no mine.
And then he'll fire his second tower at the 113.
At 113. Okay, he's way the hell over here. Boom. So, just for fun, let's see what that range is. I mean, I know you're in range, because a toe can hit anything on the table. But, just for fun, that's 30.
That's the idea of using the toes now.
50 inches away. You are 2,500 meters away. So that is 25 meters and 15 millimeter. You're taking a shot at about 82 feet on a 15 millimeter table. 15 millimeter table, 82 feet. Oh, modern warfare. We love you so much. And you're probably almost certainly going to hit and destroy him. He is hull down. Okay, so you're at the less than 60 range because you're right at 50. Maybe it doesn't even matter, but you're in these two range columns. So your chance to hit is a 7, plus 2 for your gunner makes a 9, minus 1 for my...
So become an 8.
Yep, 8 to hit.
A 4.
That's a hit. Penetrates on a... Oh god, I don't have the
14
it's
minus 6.
Yeah, it's 8. It's 8. It's always going to be the same for a tow. I should know that by now.
1.
Boom. All right, so it definitely penetrates. Vehicle damage table +1.
It goes up to a 2.
Oh, vehicle damage, half speed. It kind of skipped off the armor there, or hit too low.
Too much sand in the way.
All right, and that is his second tow. He is now bingo on tows. He has to stop and take an entire turn to reload next turn. You cannot move or fire while you're reloading.
Which is why I didn't want to send him too far forward.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to try to actually... Is it okay if I play my own game? Is that cool? I'm going to go ahead and try and take a turn here. I'm going to try to activate 143. Odds I do, evens I don't. The Iraqis are shaking off their surprise. On turn 3, I activate normally every time. But now, I couldn't activate it all on turn 1. On turn 2, I have to roll for it. On turn 3, I'm fine. So, odds I activate tank 143. Boom. He's like, oh... Damn you Americans, go home! The Iraqis finally get to shoot at somebody.
It's not fair, they're shooting back.
How dare you? Now, here's where you're going to laugh when you see what the range does to me. Oh, Iraqis. You know, it's just... Okay, I am at... That's 30 inch... Actually, let me do it this way. It's easier. It looks like I am at 38 inches. That first ruler is 30 inches. So, yeah, like 38 and a half inches. So, what is that?
Below 40.
1,900 meters. Below 40. I don't even know if I can hit at that range. Below 40, yes, I can hit with a 3. Okay, Assad Babil says, hell no, I'm taking a shot. I have a 3. My gunnery is a 2. No, that gunnery is a... Which tank is that? Gunnery 1. Alright, that's a platoon leader's vehicle. So my tank goes up to a... It goes from a 3 to a 4. Cool. Hey, I might actually hit something here. You're not hull down. Alright, cool. Turn on the web camera. I actually hope I miss. 6! The shell went by you. That was close. If that had hit, a T-72 will penetrate a Bradley. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably game. Guys, I just came within 2 digits of winning this game. So I just keep mentioning that, not to brag, but to say I know this game looks like a massacre. And it is a massacre. That's how close. I literally, if that had been that, just for fun, let's say that I had rolled a 4. That is penetration at this range, T-72 armor piercing round. 10 versus Bradley's frontal armor 3, 7 to actually penetrate. Boom, he's in there, and that's it. Game over. Then I just rolled a 10 ammunition hit. I just blew up all the rest of those tow missiles in the back of the track.
Yep.
That would be a Bradley destroyed. 4 more victory points. His score is now 7. We'd technically still be at a draw. Because, yeah, I already have 3. So the game, I know the game looks like a slaughter, and it is. It's more fair than it sounds. All right, but anyway, that is 1 AP round down. Okay, cool. Over to you for your next activation.
We'll do Cav 13.
All right, 13. That shell kind of landed by him. Oh, hell no, they were shooting at me. Okay.
I mean, he'll skirt about 4 inches up along the edge of the minefield.
All right, so he's not going to mess with the minefield. Okay, you're allowed to do that no matter what. So movement is you have to end up forward 180 degrees at least, which you kind of are. If not, if you want to end up behind your initial position, you have to use reverse movement, which is just half. You have to actually back up. But in either case, you're less than half anyway, so no matter what, the move is legal. 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. He remains out of the minefield, so he does not have to make a minefield check. Okay, now he's going to go ahead and fire his next, I'm assuming his next tow?
Yep, and that'll be on 111.
111, all right, first platoon leader. We know he's within range, so I won't waste time again. Tow missile is 7. That is not your platoon leader. That is 13. All right, so it's 7 plus 2 is 9. 111 is hull down. 8. 8's a hit.
8-4.
Boom, that's a hit. Cool. That's a hit. Now we will go to penetration. Sorry.
14 minus 6 is 8.
8 to penetrate.
A 7.
Barely, but you got it. And then a D10 plus 1.
It'll be a 5, so a 6.
5. Vehicle cannot fire. All weapons KO'd. You blew the gun out of the turret.
I can live with that. Yeah, I would rather have seen him go completely, but...
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, now I shall try to activate a vehicle. I will try to activate 143. Odds. 143 is ready to go. 143 says, hell yeah, I can kill a tank too. He's going to take another shot at Mr. Bradley. Bradley number 2, or Bradley number 12, technically. Alright, so again, I am less than 40. My chance is a 3. Yeah, because I'm less than 30. And this guy, the reason to change, this guy is not a platoon leader. He doesn't have a good gunner. Gunnery of 0. So I'm stuck with the 3. Drum roll, please. Oh, damn it. A 3 or less would have hit him. Alright, that's another miss. And by the way, I'm sure everyone's noticed, T-72s have a rate of fire of 1 for their main gun. So, yeah. Okay, over to you for your third activation.
We'll take the last of the troopers in the cavalry. So.
Okay, you've got 2 tracks left. Okay.
Of the troopers, no, not the command vehicle.
Gotcha.
And 14 will move straight forward until he hit the edge of the minefield, and then he'll turn.
Okay, I'll turn.
No, straight east, and then.
Oh, gotcha. So basically like that.
Yeah.
And not in the minefield. Okay, cool. He does not enter the minefield, and he can now engage.
And yeah, we'll do 112.
112. All right. We already know all the data we need here. We're talking about 8 to
8. Yeah. And 8.
Barely, but you did hit him. And then 8 to penetrate.
2.
Boom. Okay, D10 plus 1.
It'll be a 9 becomes a 10.
There we go. Ammo explosion.
Good night.
Oh, hell yeah. That's how we do it, son. Alright. I will try to activate someone. Just for fun, I'm going to try to activate Tank 231. Tank 231 does not activate. He's like, what? He's like, why won't my gun work? Click, click, click. You don't have a gun anymore. That big hole in the front of your turret? Yeah, that's called where the gun used to be. Alright, over to you for your 4th activation.
And that'll be the last of the Bradleys, and he'll move up along until he slides in between the 2, between 13 and 14.
All these ones are 0s, but you guys know the deal. Because I'm assuming he's going to fire his 2nd tow launcher now.
Yes.
Alrighty. Who is he engaging?
Yeah, let's see. We got.
I'll zoom in a little so you can read the numbers easier. There you go.
Got a nice long range. So 1, 2, 3.
Alrighty. Over to this guy. Sweet. Alright, yeah, the range is good. No Whoa! Hold on. Let me make sure that the target's legal.
Oh, yeah.
Negative. Target's not legal. You're blocked by a little bit of a tiny rise in the ground there.
Yeah, so we'll move down to the next one.
Oops.
Is that legal?
Yeah, well, I mean, anything south of that's going to be legal.
Yeah,
Come on
so
with the stupid clicker. Ugh. Alright, there we go. It wouldn't scroll. Alright, so you got some damaged. Oh, you're talking about 122?
yeah.
Let's see. We're talking about 111, center of the dot to the center of the dot. 122. What the hell, machine? Alright, it screwed me over here. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, my little tool here has crashed. Try that again. 111, or a cavalry troop 11, versus 122. Yes, that's legal. If it ever catches up. Come on. It might not be. You may have to go to 121.
We'll go to 121 and...
What the hell, tool? You suck. Alright, no worries. Now it won't even let me delete that. Alright, I'm very confused now. Where is that tool? Hold on, guys. I got a little bit of an Excel problem.
Yes.
God bless. That was a pain in the ass. Okay, cool. 121 is going to be legal. Cool. 8 to hit.
9 to hit. Isn't it?
Oh, that's
right.
It's a better gunner. Yep, you're right. 9.
And 9.
Barely. Good thing you brought that up. A normal man would have missed that shot, sir. Good thing you got me in your turret. And then it's 8 to penetrate.
1.
1 becomes a 2. Minor damage on the...
No, that was a 1 to penetrate, so...
Oh, sorry. Cool.
And a 4 becomes a 5.
Another vehicle disabled. Vehicle immobilized. Wait a minute. Becomes a 5. Yeah, vehicle... The tracks or engine. Vehicle is immobilized. Where is... Oh, it's the green one. Can't move. Okay, over to me. I've tried to do these 3. That was no good. He's burning. He can't shoot. Alright, 113. What do you got for me? 113 does activate. Oh, God. I got a hard on here for Cavalry Track 12.
Yep.
If I can hit him, let me... Alright. First of all, save the file. Save the file, and then I'm going to try to use this stupid tool again. Maybe if I go slowy. Okay, yeah. I just want to make sure I wasn't clipping that southern ridge. Alright, cool. So these little dune lines do not block a line of sight. I may have said that earlier for people in the chat. They do provide hold down shielding if you're right up behind them. And there's a simple rule mechanic for that. So there is line of sight on them. Now, let's just figure out what the range is. This is where it gets ugly. Because range for the Iraqis is a much bigger deal than it is for the Americans. We are... Oh, man.
We are dealing with a long shot.
That is just short of 50 inches. Like just short of 50. Alright, this is probably my last real chance to actually do some damage here. Oh my god! My chances of 2! It's a 2,500 meters, man. The Iraqis do not engage at 2,500 meters. Come on, give me a 2. Hail Mary. Uday Hussein, say a prayer for me. A 2! That's a hit! Alright. At this range, the gun only penetrates at a 9. So a 9 minus the frontal armor of a cavalry troop is a 3. That's a 6 to penetrate. 3, it does penetrate. Alright, 1d10. Do not add 1 to the result because of American vehicle. Just a 1d10. 4. That is vehicle damaged. That weapon, that tank could no longer hit. I blew off his tow launcher and his 25 millimeter.
Yep.
Finally did something. That's probably the last good shot I will most likely get in the game. And even that wasn't a good shot. That was only a 2. That brings my score technically up to... Does that count as damaged? That is vehicle damaged. No. What did I roll? I rolled a 4, right?
Yep.
Minor damaged, -3 to hit. Sorry. I screwed that up. He can fire, he's just -3 to hit. His optics are damaged. So that's one more victory point. My total score is now a 4. Okay, over to you for your next activation. Oh no, now it's the Abrams turn.
Now it's the heavy boys. We'll start with 44.
44, okay.
And
he'll... Go ahead.
He'll move... he'll move straight forward until he gets hauled down behind the second ridge.
Okay. So he wants to pretty much the second line. He kind of wants to be like this.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And now he can engage.
Yep. So he'll engage 143.
143. Okay, I see him. Oh God. This is like a chip shot for an Abrams, man. Look at this.
Yep.
Oof. Less than 30. I am hold down, not in an improved position. So, less than 30. Chance to hit is 5. Becomes 7. Minus 1, 6. Oh, well, that's assuming Sabo.
We'll keep a fire Sabo, yeah.
Okay. Okay, first shell.
And hits with a 1, so...
Alright. At this range, penetrate 13 minus 6 becomes a 7 to penetrate.
An 8.
Ooh, it skipped off the armor somehow.
So,
okay.
Glancing shot.
Yep.
We'll fire another Sabo.
Okay, second Sabo.
Hits on a 3.
Got it. 7 to penetrate.
Penetrates on a 2.
Epic. D10 plus 1 on damage table.
6.
Becomes a 7. Vehicle cannot fire. You said 143, right?
Yep.
Sitrep podcast. You show up just in time to watch me put a 125 millimeter round into an Abrams. I'm sorry, not into an Abrams, into a Bradley. I basically blew his tow launcher off. That's about the only damage I've done so far.
You damaged the optics on it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He can still shoot.
That's correct. Tank 44 did move through a minefield. No mines. Okay, over to me for my activation. Okay, all that's done. I fired him. I'm going further back. Oh God. Oh boy. I'm going to try to activate tank 122. I do not activate. Okay, over to you for your turn.
We'll take 43. He'll move down to be hauled down behind the ridge.
Kind of like that.
Yep.
Okay, I will roll quickly for mines. That is a 3, no mines.
And he'll fire at 141.
141. Good old... Oh, don't move the world. 141. All right. Same chances as before. So less than 30. 5, 7, 5 to hit. 5, 7, 6 to hit.
10.
Okay. Second shot.
Yeah, we'll fire another Sabo.
Okay.
A 5.
That is a hit. Penetrate on a 7.
On the 6, so yeah.
Cool.
And A 5, so it becomes a 6.
Okay, vehicle cannot fire. So now the vehicle is completely disabled. Cannot move, cannot fire. Cool. So once he can't move and can't fire, he's out of gas. Because he already had a cannot fire marker on him, right? Am I doing
Or
that
cannot
right?
move.
He already had a cannot move, and now you put a cannot fire on him, right?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and count him as a kill. Spoiler alert, that's how 90% of tank combat really happens. There's not that many spectacular explosions. Despite what we see in all these dumbass movies, it's usually, this tank isn't working anymore, they bail out of the tank. Those are the lucky guys. The ones that catch a fuel or ammunition explosion, that's a different story.
You ended up moving 43 back when you were moving.
Okay, I did something wrong here.
No, you just need to move 43 down next to 44.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You just went a step further.
I hit Control Z one time too many.
Exactly.
Okay, and then
then 141 needs to be burning.
Is now actually crippled. All right.
It seemed like half the Iraqis, or at least the Iraqis that's in my face, can't shoot anymore.
Yeah, which is a good thing. Okay, I will now try to activate a tank. I already tried 122. I will now try to activate 123. He also fails. Where are the A-10s, man? We're under air attack. Okay, over to you for your next activation.
We'll do 42.
Okay, where's he going to?
On the other side of 44.
Okay, like so.
Okay, we'll do the commander as 42 as well. Both of them were called 42.
Okay, that's a mistake. 42, that's the guy with the commander's name on it. He should be 41. We'll put him back where he was. And 42 is the guy that you meant to move.
Yes.
There we go. Cool. Alrighty, so, yeah, you tell me who is Abrams 42 going to engage?
He'll engage. Can he see 113?
13? Yes. He's nowhere close to that ridge. So he's fine. It's just how far away he is. But again, Abrams, this is where the Abrams eats. 2,000 to 3,000 meters. You are 30, 40, like 45, 44 inches away, 2,200 meters. So less than 50. Did I get that right? Yeah, 30 plus 10.
3, a 5, a 4.
So it is a 4 becomes a 6, and he's held down becomes a 5.
So 5. We'll give him a sable.
Okay, go for it.
A 2.
That's a hit. That's what I'm saying, man. This is the comfort zone for an Abrams. Is 20 bolt action tables away. All right.
6. Penetrate.
12 minus 6. That's barely enough at this range. You got it.
And it'll become a 6. Rolled a 5, so it'll be a 6.
Vehicle cannot fire, and it was already at half speed. That tank's really hurting, man. But technically, it's still operational because he can move half speed. That's all he can do.
Can sneak away at half speed.
He can limp. Go ahead and walk over here. You're limping back. You can walk over, but you're limping back.
And you want to do a mind check on him.
Now he gets a second shot, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So who do you want to take your second shot at, and then I'll do the mind check, so I don't forget.
We'll do 122.
Oh, now we're really reaching out to touch somebody. 52 hexes away, or 52 inches away. Yes, guys, this is technically designed as a miniature game. Your chance to hit is a 2, becomes a 4, goes down to a 3.
A 9.
Okay, no hit on that one. All right,
That's a Sabot round off into space.
I'm gonna catch up all the ammo when we move your lieutenant. All right, mine check. 5, no mines. Okay, speaking of your lieutenant, DeStefano, what are we doing?
He'll move straight on the courses and then go behind the ridge.
Straight? Okay, so he's going to go pretty much just straight, and he's going to kind of chill out behind that hold-down position, like that?
Yeah, that
okay.
If not, to be... actually, if you keep him on the course he's at...
Oh. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I need to figure out what I call straight.
I got you. Awesome. All right, so I'll make a quick mind check on him. Ooh, close, but no good. And then who is he going to engage?
He'll engage the 221 with a heat.
Oh, 231 with a heat. This last guy who can't fire.
Yeah, we'll try to do a bit of cleanup with.
He's exactly at 20 inches, so we're going to call that less. I think he's a smidge under 20 inches. Oh, actually, sorry, no, he's a smidge over 20. Because again, it's the center dot. So he's at less than 30. Heat round for him is a 7. He is in an improved position though. It goes down to a 4.
A 4.
That's a hit. On a heat round, 8 minus 6 at this range is 2 to penetrate.
6, so nothing.
Okay. Again, I think I'm going to crank up those penetration values on the heat rounds. Heat round should be doing more penetration even at these ranges. Okay.
We'll do the same again.
Okay.
Miss. A 9.
But no Sabot ammunition from him. I will keep checking for everyone else's. Down to 3. Down to 3. And this guy was the one guy who didn't listen to McMaster's the first time.
Yep.
He's down to 4. Okay, I'm going to try to, I already tried 122, 123. I'm going to keep my platoons straight in my head. 121, I'm going to try to, for whatever purpose, I'm going to try to activate him. Oh, he activates. Sweet. And then I will catch up on Mr. Chat. Cavalry Track 12, I'm coming for you. Oh, God. Yeah, right. Dude, I mean, this is a good shot for a tow launcher. For T-72 main gun round, not so much. Oh, Lord. I just want to see how preposterous this is.
Hello, gas.
I don't even know if this is going to work. I honestly don't even know if it's legal. I am at actually a smidge over 60. And that's literally not even legal. Even less than 60. Okay, so he will not do that. What he's going to do instead is move. Tank number 1. He can't move. Oh, he can't move. He's damaged. Well then, shit. What the hell am I going to do then? I activated him. Damn it, I got to do something. Oh, you want to see something funny? Let's see a T-72 actually try to penetrate an Abrams at this range.
Especially an Abrams that's hulled down.
That's just a hit. I can probably hit you, but it's a penetration that's going to be a joke. 50 inches away. 2 plus 0. I can literally hit you on a 1. Oh my God! He hits with a 1! Penetration is a 9 minus your armor, which is a 10. My chance to penetrate is a -1. So that tank is going back to the body shop to get that buff out. You know,
yep.
Just to break out the Ding King and pull that dent out of the armor. It's fine. It's fine.
Waving my pain.
Yeah, that's literally all I did. There is no a 1 always penetrates, or no. If it's 0, 6 minus 6 is 0. That weapon cannot penetrate. Otherwise, we'd have 50 cal shooting holes in M1 Abrams, and that's not right. That's not correct. All right, so I'll now catch up on Mr. Chat. Oh, so what's going on? We got a bunch of people in here. Okay, so okay, apparently that was a paratrooper dropping that grenade out of a second-story window. I guess the tank was driving beneath him. Indeed, yes, Hedge. This is a new game, like we talked about, Battle Carry Sabot. It's a tank skirmish game. I know there's a bunch of tank skirmish games out there. However, this one's specifically for moderns, and we're sticking with this one at least for now. If it works, again, this is literally the first time it's ever gone out. So far, I'm pretty happy with it. Sounds like Sitrep Podcast is 3D printing battle group counters. We're talking about battle rating counters for battle group. We were going to play a game of battle group next Sunday, me and Bill on Sitrep Podcast. We're still going to do it. I'm just going to push it back like 1 week, maybe 2. We're going to do virtual battle group, actual Iron Fist Publishing battle group. Because apparently those 15mm games for Gulf War that we've been putting up lately has kindled people's interest. Also, battle group is like the best World War II miniature game out there. At least the one that I've tried. Sitrep Podcast asks, where are the A-10s? The Warthog is the official aircraft of the Sitrep Podcast. I think you mean Thunderbolt 2. I'm just playing, but not really. As well as ruining your enemy's day. There were no Warthogs at 73 Easting. At least this part of 73 Easting. Whenever you talk about 73 Easting, you have to really quickly draw a box around what you're talking about. Because these battles went on for 24 hours a day. The Americans never let up. They fought through the night. And some people call all of this 73 Easting. Even though it's not all on 73 Easting. 73 Easting is a north-south line that kind of runs like this. So where most of these guys are kind of engaged, it's like say, all right, like this, like that's basically the 73rd Easting coordinate line. This is all 73 Easting, but this takes place later in the night or early the next morning. So it's not the famous part of 73 Easting. 73 Easting is in this little box here. So I'm sure that it might have been A-10s in this other part of the battlefield. But as far as this initial Eagle Troop, Captain McMaster's versus 18th Brigade, Tawalkana Republican Guard, there were no A-10s there. Also, I haven't had time to invent those rules yet. Come on, man. Give me a break. We're doing 7th Corps finally. Because we can't let all of the Gulf War content go by and not do anything in 7 Corps. That's not okay, America. We have to have at least some 7 Corps action in our Gulf War game, or Gulf War content. Let's see what else is going on here. Hey guys, managed to pop in for a little bit, says Gaz. Hello, Mr. Gaz. Sitrep A10 painted with a shark grin, or disapproving Jim Brown, or Jim Brow, with raised eyebrow. I can't do the raised eyebrow. I've tried for years. I cannot do the Dwayne Johnson rock eyebrow. I would love it if I could. If I could rub a magic genie lamp or whatever and get one special power, it would be to do the rock eyebrow. I can't do it. So, apparently it's going to be the Jim Brow with raised disapproving. Am I really that disapproving guy? I don't mean to be. I don't go out of my way to be an asshole. It just comes naturally.
Special superpower.
There you go. I have RBF. I have resting bastard face, not resting bitch face. Okay, so over to your activations.
So let's see. We'll take McMaster's and he'll move forward and hopefully hit the top of that ridge in front of him.
Okay. You're talking about like he wants to go generally like where the 9 is?
Where the 9 is, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can do that with no problem. All right. Let's see.
No, McMaster's himself.
Oh, I thought I had McMaster's. I literally had the wrong counter selected. Because they're all transparent. Sorry about that. Cool. Lead from the front, McMaster's. And then...
Then as a proper glory hound will let him shoot at the closest tank.
He runs over no mines. Cool. All right, he is going to fire at. I'm sorry, you said who?
The 1 or 220. The The last of the second group down there.
Oh, 143? Or no, 231. Wait, okay, I got you.
231. We're trying to roleplay him a little and let him take the glory.
He wants all those kills. Somebody else weakened him up for him. All right, you are at, oh man, looks like a smidge over 20. Okay, yeah, so you're going to be at that third range band. So your Sabot check starts off on a 5, goes up to an 8. He is in an improved position, goes back down to a 5.
At 1.
Cool. Then it's a hit. 13 minus 6 is a 7 to penetrate.
At 4.
Cool. D10 plus 1.
6 becomes a 7.
Vehicle cannot fire. Vehicle was already cannot fire, so we're just going to go ahead and kill him. We're gonna have to. I'll have to sit down and make up more formal rules for like cascading damage, like 2 damages equals a kill or something. Because right now you just put formally you just put another can't fire counter. Well, we already know he can't fire, but I'll figure that part out later. Like 2 damages equals a kill or something.
Yeah, or actually have the counters in different colors for whether they are damage. What was the next one up?
Oh, there's
they disabled, damaged, and killed.
I should say 2 disabled. Yeah, because vehicle cannot fire is actually disabled. So what I should have said is 2 disables equals a kill.
Yes.
Okay. That's not a bad idea. Color code them. So there's a red, which is there's black, which is dead, and then there's like 2 reds equals a kill, and like 3 yellows or something.
Yep.
That's not a bad idea actually. I may go ahead and steal that.
And we will place the other Sabot in 1, 2, 3, or 1, 4, 3. Sorry.
No worries. So he's already got 2 kills. He's going for his 3rd kill. He's just got his 3rd kill. He's going for his 4th kill. McMaster.
On a 3.
I'm pretty sure that's a hit. The same range band. Oh,
yep.
Plus he's not in an improved position. He's only hold down. That's hella hit. All right, so yep, it's going to be the same chance to penetrate, which is a 7.
5.
Penetrates, D10 plus 1.
5 becomes a 6.
That's another disabled. He was already disabled. Boom. So for people who are joining the chat, this is a super simple game so far. This game has room to grow, trust me. When the game's over, I will thumb through on camera what the MBT from Avalon Hill rulebook looks like. Or Phoenix Command. Good God almighty. You guys know me, I love my crunchy games. Phoenix Command is literal madness. Phoenix Command would work if your army was literally 1 tank. Like you were role-playing the members of a tank crew. Because the charts for an M1 Abrams is 8 pages long. And I'll show you what they look like. I'm not kidding. It might as well just come with the instruction kit to build your own Abrams. I mean, at 1-to-1 scale, it's insane. We're not going for anything like that. These are the ranges. These are the ammunition types. This is the rate of fire. The first chance is the gun chance to hit on a D10. The whole thing is D10s. You add a gunner skill. These gunners have different skills. You subtract. You don't subtract anything, but sometimes our enemies hull down. Sometimes he's in improved position. There's certain terrain features. You roll that or under on a D10, that's a hit. After that, the second number is penetration on a D10. Obviously, an M1 say-roll round goes through a lot, even at 2,500 meters, even at 3,000 meters, even at more than 3,000 meters. However, you do subtract the enemy's armor. So he just scored a hit. He needed a 5. He's at 1,500 meters, so he's at less than 30 inches. 1,500 meters. That's 15 meters at 15 millimeter, or 16 and a half feet. No, what did I just say? 15 meters, 45 feet, plus more, so 49 and a half feet at 15 millimeter. That's the range, and that's like the 3rd range band. That's not even a long range shot. So he needed a 5 to hit. Make that an 8 because his gunner has 3 points. He's a good gunner. So he needs an 8. I was hull down. knocks it down to a 7. He rolled that. Then he rolls his 13 minus my front armor, which is 6 on a T-72. Front armor, side armor, rear armor, vertical armor. That's roof and belly for such weapons. That yields a number on D10 that he has to roll underneath. He makes that. Then he rolls a D10 on the damage effect table. Soviet tanks have to add 1 to this because they are not built with crew safety in mind. So they blow up. They actually blow up pretty easily. That is the game in a 5-second nutshell. That's the elevator pitch. And we are recreating the Battle of 73 Easting, or at least the initial engagement of Eagle Troops, 2nd Squadron, 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment versus 18th Mechanized Brigade, Tawalkana Division. 14:10 hours, 26 February 1991.
And McMaster's have now scored his 4th kill.
Yeah, McMaster's now has 4 personal tank kills, or his gunner does. Yeah, McMaster's tank has knocked out 4 tanks. Although 2 of them were assists, but never mind.
Yep. Yeah, but the report ain't gonna say that, is it?
Okay, so Damon says a minor hit equals light damage times 2 equals a heavy damage times 2 heavies equals a kill. That's a good idea. So the problem with me is with that, Damon, is when, and I've run across this with other games, when you start stacking up light damages and heavy damages. Like now you're at 3/4. But we could do that too. We could have a yellow counter is, a yellow counter is worth 2 yellows is worth a red, 2 reds is worth a kill. So that basically makes 4 yellows equals a kill. That way, if you take a heavy and a light, you wind up with like 3/4 of a kill. Something like that.
Yep.
Oh man, the chat is freaking going nuts here. Okay, I can see why Jim made this game. Look at all those smoke counters. Dude, it's the Iraqis, man. Look at any photo of the Gulf War. You gonna begrudge me my smoke counters, man? Come on, look at that background. Smoke became an actual terrain feature at the end of the Gulf War. The gunners couldn't shoot through it because it was also hot, which means thermals didn't work either. Damon, so 3 or we'll figure it out. In fact, I think I like your idea better. 2 lights or 2 yellows, whatever, equals a red. 2 reds equals a kill. That way you can come up with nice, even like 3/4 hits.
Yep.
Cool. Hello, Novus Templar. All those digital poofs, so pretty. Jen loves the poofs. Assets, assists, or steals? Yeah, steals. Right? Does it matter if the target has moved for those with less advanced targeting systems? For now, Novus Templar, Gaz, super good question. For now, no. And I'll explain why. Number 1, for the Americans, the Abrams and the Bradleys, hell no. Fully stabilized gun systems. For the Iraqis, no. And I know what you're going to say, and you're right. The way I'm getting around that is their rate of fire is only 1. So rate of fire so I'm assuming that they're always going to be moving, and the rate of fire is only going to be 1. That way when they move and they fire, they're only firing 1 shell instead of 2. So I'm kind of approximating it like that. I was thinking about it. I kind of know what you're talking about. My only question becomes, that's like another modifier that you have to add to another table. Right now I'm trying to keep this game super quick. This is literally baby's first day out. I've never rolled dice on this game, not even in solitaire. For something like a T-55 that doesn't have a stabilized gun system at all, we would just implement the rule like the old Panzerleader rule. You can't move and fire in the same turn. You're either moving or you're firing, something like that. And then keep the rate of fire at 1. It would be pretty bad. But again, T-55s. It would be something like that. We're also doing that with the BMPs and even the Bradleys vis-a-vis their tow missiles. So their tow missiles are only a rate of fire of 1 because you can't fire a tow missile while the vehicle's moving. The Bushmaster is fine, the 25 millimeter, but yeah. So I hope that answers your question. We may come back to that and add some more granularity to the rule system if this turns into a popular game. Also, this is going to be a big game for Battle Carry Sabot. Battle Carry Sabot, I don't normally envision putting whole companies and even light battalions against each other. That would be a little absurd. But when we cut the whole game down to where the small side has maybe 4 tracks and the big side has between like 8 and 10 tracks, yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for additional rules. We haven't even touched infantry. We haven't touched air support. We haven't touched artillery. We're doing mines here, super simple. We have mines sort of sketched out. I have vertical armor in there, fast scams, dual purpose and crude conventional munitions, copperheads, anti-tank guided weapons from infantry, not just TOWs, attack helicopter gunships. This game, the sky's the limit if it turns to be, happy as far as the first playtest goes. Let's see what else we got here. With 4 hits, the chances of the crew will decide to have left before the 5th. Yeah, you can't complain about that. Ben says wholesale butchery. That's right, man. No woods of pain, though. There are no trees on this map. Although we've had games in woods where there are a lot more smoke counters than this. Don't forget about rebounds and blocks. Oh, he's watching the Celts game tonight. So is it the Celts or the Celts? I know it's Celts in real life, but I think the basketball team is named the Celts for reasons that defy explanation. Okay,
because basketball.
Because basketball, right? Ugh, I'm losing my voice. Okay, so over to me for my activation. I'm going to go ahead and try to go for have I tried 131 yet? I don't think so. No. Yes, he does. He's way too far away, so he's just going to move. Get up there. Okay, over to you for your activation. He's still too far away to actually hit anything, right? I'm almost positive he is. I mean, I can hit certain things, but then I can't penetrate. Let me just quickly confirm that. $50 inches. Yeah, we get 9 versus a 10. I can reach your Abrams, but I can't penetrate them. Meanwhile, I don't think I can even reach your Bradleys. So, okay, that's his turn. Over to you.
Yeah, we'll take the first one of them, and he'll just go straight east.
Super fast. McMaster's fired 2 Sabos, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, the next one is going to move... Oh, the one that's got half speed on him. Okay. I think that is number 23.
It's 22 that got half speed on him. It was the one furthest down, so...
Yeah, I'm just trying to select it.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Cool. Where's he going?
He'll go straight east.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. That's literally half his speed. Alright. Cool. He still has line of sight, but he will not get hold down bonus. Okay, he can now go ahead and fire.
Yes, and what can he fire at? Well, we'll fire at the closest.
Closest surviving target is one of these 2 guys. He's campfires.
Yeah.
This guy here.
Yeah.
That puts you at 40. Well, so between 40 and 50. Yeah, less than 50. Your chance to hit is a 3 plus 2, 5 minus 1 for a hold down, 4.
6.
Okay, your second shot, Sabo as well, or no?
Well, yeah, this distance we might as well keep it Sabo.
Okay.
An 8.
All right, 2 misses. What the hell, Mr. 22? You ran over a mine and then you missed with 2 guns? All right. I'll try to activate number tank 132. Does not activate. Over to you for next activation.
We'll do... We might as well do the lieutenant now, and he'll go down next to McMaster's.
Okay. Is he going to engage? Well, who's he going to engage?
He'll engage the one that can't move down there.
Okay, 44 inches, less than 50. 3 becomes a 6, becomes a 5.
A 4.
Boom, hit. 12 minus 6, 6 to penetrate. Sorry, 5 to penetrate, but you got it. And now a D10 plus 1.
10 plus 1 becomes an 11.
Oh, God. He lands like 400 meters behind, let's say the one that can't move. Boom! Toast!
The one that can't move, so...
yeah, so I put him on 113.
I was thinking of...
Oh! Okay, I didn't calculate that. I think you still made all the right hits. I think you still got all the right numbers. Because I calculated the wrong range band. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. But you rolled like really good to hit. So yeah.
They hit well one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So that still would have hit. Okay, cool. That was his first shot. He gets the second shot.
The second shot. We'll need to keep using the Sabo, so we'll move up to 122.
Okay. Now let me get the right number this time. You're at more than 50, so less than 60. 2, 4 goes down to a 3.
7.
All right. Over to me. I will now try to activate. Let's see. I failed with 123. Sorry, 133. 132. I'm going to try 133. Come on, get it in the box. 2. He does not activate either. Okay, back over to you.
We'll take the southernmost of the 2 that haven't moved.
Okay.
And he'll keep as he's going almost straight south.
Almost straight south. Okay.
Yeah. So he'll end on top of that bulge in the ridge.
All right, on top of the bulge, so he's going to wind up...
kind of, yeah.
Like right about there? Oops.
Right about there.
All right, cool. Oh, crap. I did not roll for the last guy's mine. All right, so let me fix this. Cool. He's right there. And now... I rolled for McMaster's. I rolled for half-speed guy. No, 20... That's lieutenant. So I got to roll for the lieutenant and then for 23. Okay, lieutenant. Yes. No mine. 23. No mine. All right, cool. All right, so 23. Track 23. Or tank 23. Who's he going to engage?
We'll go for 122.
Alrighty, so 122. Again, you're going to be at more than 50, less than 60. 2 becomes 4. Minus 1 for hold down shielding is a 3.
5.
It's a miss.
And A1.
That's a hit. Okay, penetration less than 60 is 10 minus... Yeah, because we're
6.
At more than 50 inches. 4 to penetrate.
A6, so...
Okay. Tink. Alrighty. Yeah, because you're coming up on 3,000 meters there.
Yep.
Alrighty. I've never tried to actually do my little battalion commander there, my actual main guy. I'm going to try to activate him. He activates, and he's going to, what move is he going to make? He's going to hide like a little bitch. If I lose him, my unit goes out of command, and that's not okay, America. That's not okay, Iraq. Because then those command rules really do come into effect, and well, yeah, not good. There is a command and control system in this game, guys. We just haven't really run into it yet, for a whole host of reasons I won't get into again. Okay, looks like your last tank in second platoon is number 24.
He'll go down south of 23.
Okay, so something like that?
something like that. Can he actually see the southernmost BMP?
Good question. BMPs are fun. Because, let me tell you something, man. Their armor... actually not quite. Well, hold on, let me see. That is like just barely nick. You know what? Odds? Hold on. Odds? No, you cannot see them.
Okay.
Although, you know what? You had plenty of movement left. Boom, now you can see them.
Yep.
There you go.
So,
now the
what's
range.
the distance?
That is a good question. I should probably make a longer ruler. So you are more than 50. So your chance to hit with a sabot round. Oh yeah, it's just too far away for a heat round. Heat rounds, I'm going to say right now, as far as playtesting goes, heat rounds are underpowered. There, I don't think I did the heat rounds right. Although 3,000 meters for a heat round, yeah, that's a touch much. Never mind. You want to throw a sabot at a?
We'll fire one sabot at it.
Okay, hitting is going to be the problem because you're at long range.
Yep.
So 3 to hit.
A 6.
Okay.
And then we'll fire a heat at the closest one, which would be 1-3.
Technically, I think this guy 112 is a little bit closer, but I'm sure it's the same.
Well, and on a 9, I don't hit anything anyway. So
no worries. All right, so he used up. Keep track of ammo here.
He used 1 sabot.
Yeah.
And you need to check for mines for him.
Cool. And this guy fired 2 sabots. Get out of the way, ruler. Okay, and now for 124. Ooh, the dice was kind of like hovering for a second there, but no mines. You get the hell out of that minefield, man. Okay.
I'm working on it.
Yep. All right, so 101.
It's a deep minefield.
Okay, BMP 311. Actually, can my Sagger reach? My Saggers can reach. Now that you brought the BMPs into it.
Yep.
Although I can only shoot at that southernmost guy, that 41. All right, that's if I activate. So I'm going to try to activate 323. He does not activate. Never mind. Okay, so it looks like we just have 1 platoon left. Overview activations.
Well, I have done it, all of mine.
Oh yeah, because these guys fired a long time ago. All right, cool.
Yep, I started with them.
Okay, so I will try to activate 321 BMP. Yes. 322. Yes.
Excuse me.
Moves down, and goes into Overwatch. I'm going to put some Saggers into some people, hopefully. Okay, 301 fails, and then that last tank platoon. Oh, I already rolled all those; they all failed. Okay, these guys don't technically exist yet. All right, 311, 312, 313 for my BMPs. They all failed. All right, that's the end of turn 2.
Yeah, my targets are outrunning my ranges.
Yeah, well, you're advancing nice and slow, which is actually good. But yeah, you're not advancing as your tanks are not advancing as fast as your shells are.
Yep.
We use a little plastic marker rings, 2 for light, 3 for heavy, says Damon. So each vehicle gets 4 wounds for hits that do damage, but doesn't kill the tank instantly. Okay, cool. Yeah, they pronounce it Celts. All right, awesome. Cool. Thanks, Ben. And thanks, Damon, for the idea. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'll create yellow counters and red counters. And yeah, 2 yellows equals a red, 2 reds equals a kill. That way, if we get a red and a yellow, you're like 3/4 killed or whatever, you know. And that way, a second yellow will kill you. In other words, a red and 2 yellows will kill you. So that's
that way, yeah, you can take a double weapon hit, but yeah, your weapons are just out of commission, but you still count up the damage.
Yeah, technically, yeah, you could first take a -3 damage, and then boom, take a weapons KO'd totally. So yeah, your weapon cannot fire, vehicle cannot fire, can't happen twice, you're still dead. However, you can have -3 to hit, and then yeah, I see what you're saying. Awesome. So cool. Save the file. We both still have our commanders. I'm going to roll 4d10 for my commander. I rolled a 9. You roll 5d10 and try to beat a 9. Uh-oh.
2 2s and 3 3s.
All right. I think the Iraqis are going first. It is now turn 3. I no longer have to roll for activation. We are not actually under air attack. Those are real-life Americans out there. We're shooting back, finally. Damn you, Yankee.
I think McMaster had gotten so bloodthirsty that he forgot to command.
Okay, so he's on Overwatch. I'm not shooting him. He's on Overwatch. I'm not shooting him. Tank number, or BMP 323 is going to try to put a Sagger into the closest Abrams number 43. So the range is...
Does the range matter?
Up to a point. Yeah, Saggers do have a range. They're not like toes.
Okay.
47. So barely with wrong range. Yeah, 6. All right. So in other words, it's a missile, so the numbers always stay the same. However, there does become a point where I cannot hit you with a Sagger.
Yep.
All right, cool. So it's 6 plus gunnery. Gunnery 0 stays at 6. I think you are hull down. And as an American, that means that you get 2 instead of 1. So my 6 gets reduced to a 4. Drum roll, please. It only takes 1 or 2 lucky rolls. That's a Sagger hit on the front of an Abrams. Clang! Alright, Sagger does penetration of... Oh, never mind. Wait. Sagger does penetration of 11. Versus against 10. I'm glad this happened. You see those 2 asterisks? Chobham armor. So it's a 10 versus kinetic impact weapons. 1 asterisk means that you get a +1 against any heat charge weapons, like a Sagger. 2 asterisks means that you got full Chobham armor. You get +2 against heat type weapons. So long story short, take your first shot. That armor is 12 against this particular type of weapon. So I probably shouldn't even have done that. From now on, note to self, shoot Saggers at Bradleys. Because at 11 gets applied against your effective 12. Again, a 10 plus 2. Now it's 10 against a kinetic energy shell. 125mm AP shell is going to be 10. But against Saggers, you get a 12. Because the way Chobham armor works. That's Chobham, laminate, explosive reactive armor panels, all that kind of stuff.
And the Bradleys would have 4 against it.
The Bradleys would have, yeah, because they only have laminate aluminum. So yeah, that I can penetrate. I penetrate the shit out of a Bradley with a Sagger. But cool. I did hit, but did no damage. It's impossible for me to do damage. Okay, over to you for your activation.
We'll take that particular tank and we'll go full on Leroy Jenkins.
Okay.
11 straight east.
Oh, straight east. Okay. Oh, wrong tank.
Enough is enough.
Damn it. I was hoping not to have to zoom in. You want to hit people with missiles. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 11.
And yeah, we will actually keep looking straight east.
Okay.
And we'll shoot at the middle one there.
Okay, the guy that just fired a missile at you. Awesome. So you're at less than 40? All right.
So we'll use heat.
Cool. So less than 40, your chance is a 4, becomes a 3 because I'm hull down.
An 8.
Okay, second
and
shot.
A 3.
That's a hit. Heat round on a BMP is 6 versus 3. So 3 to penetrate.
A 1.
Boom! D10 plus 1.
11.
Nice. That was a brave thing you did, Mr. BMP. It was the last thing you ever did, but it was brave. She's afire.
Does your Overwatch get to fire, or?
My Overwatch technically gets to fire whenever you're moving, so I'll save it for now. Or at the end of the movement, if no one else is moving, I go ahead and take the shot then. I mean, it's pointless for me to fire against, the reason I didn't fire, it's pointless for me to hit
the
Abrams with Saggers. They're basically Sagger proof. So for now, I'm going to try to go to. Well, I don't have to try. I can just activate now for free. Because we're finally aware that the enemy is out there, and actual guys are in the tanks. So, damn, look at that. Look how close that is. I am just over. In fact, especially if I make this accurate, I am just over 40 inches. Shit. From tank 123. So I only have a 2 to hit. Oh, what the hell. Alright, 2 to hit. That's a miss. And also, tank number 43 gets to roll for mines. That is a mine hit. And that is another half speed.
And that is the draw.
Cool. Okay. Over to you for your turn.
44 will push forward 11 inches straight east.
Oh, straight east? Okay.
Yeah, he can't get if he goes on the course is at
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, is he still facing east, or does he want to change direction?
Still facing east. There's nothing down south anymore.
Cool. All right, 44. Who are we aiming at?
We'll take if you zoom out, I'll tell you. We'll do 1, 2, 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I see him. All right. Cool. We already have that mostly measured. Less than 50.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm assuming with Sabo.
We'll fire some of our last Sabos. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that's gonna be 5, 4 to hit.
A 9 and a 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. The game cannot beat bad dice.
Oh no.
Against a 4, at least one of those should have been a hit.
It'll make up for it at some other point.
He's got a little bit of Sabo left. He's got 1 Sabo round left. Okay, my activation. 131 will try to hit your half speed tank. He goes up to a 3 because he's a platoon commander. Shit, another hit. Okay, cool. That is going to be less than 40. Oh man, dude, I score good hits, and then I realized that I can't penetrate your armor. Well, hey, that's actually realistic. Yep, I just keep pinging off your armor with all these weapons.
Yeah, that's the Abrams curse.
That's what happened, man. Okay, over to you for your next activation.
We'll do 42, and he'll follow the other guys.
No mine for 44. Sorry, 42. Cool.
11 straight on east.
All right, before I forget, no mine.
And he'll take a shot at a 132.
132. Okay, oh, jeez, way the hell out there. Okay, he is. I wish you could join these. Actually, I can. What am I doing? Click. Now I've got a nice big ruler. 132. He is at more than 50 inches away. Alright, so that is going to be a, that's not the platoon leader. 5, 4 to hit.
5 and a 8.
Alright, we're going to call one of those a hit, because I think I need to crank up these numbers. Alright, roll a d10, add 1 to the result.
2. So add 1.
2 becomes a 3. Vehicle damage, that is half speed. Yeah, you see, you're not quite at 60. So that's not even quite 3,000 meters. You're supposed to be hitting at least half the time on that. You said 132, right? Cool.
Yeah. Well, I had some good shots in the start, so don't be too down on the numbers just from 2 or 3 dice rolls in a row.
This is true. Well, I'm not gonna change anything now.
Yeah.
I was actually changing tables. I know for a fact I'm changing those heat tables. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. Okay, so I have activated my last tank now down here, 122. He's going. Oh, again, I can't hit. Oh, I can't penetrate.
You can hit, but you can't damage.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move then. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? For when you come closer, 122 is going into Overwatch. Okay. So over to you for your next activation.
We'll take Hamilton then. 11 straight on east.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because we're moving 4th platoon, so technically that would be the staff.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The staff, no, sorry.
Alright, cool. No
wrong
worries.
platoon, right name.
Alright, so who's he going to engage at?
He'll shoot at the guy that went into Overwatch.
Okay.
So 2 Sabot rounds.
You are more than 40, less than 50. So it looks like 2. He's a platoon leader, becomes 5. 5 to hit.
I won.
Boom, there we go. To penetrate, we are looking at 5 to penetrate.
5.
Epic. D10 plus 1 to the result.
6 becomes an 8.
6 becomes a 7. Vehicle cannot fire.
So much for that Overwatch.
Yep, that's it for the Overwatch. Okay. And he is now down to 1. And he is down to 1. Come on, pick the right tank. Alright. Over to me. Tried, fired, blew up my guy. 133. He's going to deploy there. Okay, over to you for your next activation.
Masters will go 11 east.
Where did I leave him? There he is.
No, actually he go 11 the way he's pointing, because that ridge will be blocking him.
Does he want to be facing east at the end of his movement?
Facing east at the end of the movement, yeah.
Alright. Oh my god, dude. Select the damn piece. There we go. Okay.
And he'll shoot at 131.
46 is the range, so less than 50. 3, he's a good gunner. Make that a 6. Goes down to a 5 for hull down.
A 5.
That's a hit. Penetration is a 6 at this range? 5 at this range.
3.
Penetrated. 3. Roll a d10, add 1.
8 become a 9.
There we go. That's what.
Fuel explosion.
Dude, McMasters, that's like tank number 5. You said 120. No, you said 113. No, you said 123.
133. So.
133.
Yeah, he's just below that one.
Oh, 131. Gotcha.
131. Sorry.
I was gonna say 133 is a different range band, but you hit it
anyway. Yep.
Okay, second Sabot.
131. And then he'll fire the second one into 123.
Okay, same chance. 5.
2.
That's a hit. 5 to penetrate.
4.
Penetrated. D10 plus 1.
9 plus 1.
6 kills. McMasters, what are you doing?
He got the good gunner.
That's true. He's really going for that silver star, man. Alrighty. Good God almighty. Yep, I think the Iraqis are about to just give up here. Okay, over to me. Will you please move your Bradleys close so I can kill them?
No, they got to suspend this round.
Yeah. Totally. How stupid do I feel? My BMPs have a movement of 9, by the way. We are Republican Guard, you fools. Okay, over to you for your next active. Oh, let's keep track of everyone's ammo here. McMasters is down to his last Sabot round. Okay, over to you. You've got Hamilton's platoon, or you can start rearming cavalry troops or cavalry tracks.
Yeah, we'll rearm 12.
Okay, cool. That's your action. Over to me.
So he's back up to 2.
Okay, your action.
We'll rearm 11.
Hold on. It's because there's tanks on top of it.
Yep.
Okay, fine. Select the tank that's on top and move it to the bottom. Now I can select number 11, make it 2. Okay, over here to my action. I think I overmoved that second BMP. That's a little bit better. Okay, over to you for your next activation.
We'll rearm 13.
Okay, 13 is rearmed. Alright. I'm going to cross some high ground. It's going to cost me 1 inch of movement, so I'm down to 8. I'm assuming you're rearming track 14.
Yes.
Okay, over to me. Overwatch, Overwatch. I can hit, but who cares? So I'll just put him in Overwatch. This way, if you come closer next turn, I can do something. Okay, over to your activation. Holy crap! I'm gonna run out of actions before you do. You now literally outnumber me. I guess that's what happens when you wipe out like 15 tanks.
well, you also have those that can't fire. You haven't done anything with.
Yeah. Well, they're just gonna, they sit there and bitch. They may run away or something. I don't know.
Hamilton will stay on the course he's on, move 11, and then turn due east. So we have the command group kind of bunched together.
Okay.
Unintentionally.
That is actually a mine, but nothing happens. He hits a mine, but he shrugs it off. 1 in the 6. Okay. Okay, so now he engages. He's got pretty good ammo left. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, these guys are mostly out of sabot rounds, but these guys seem to have a lot left. There's 5 here. 5, 4. Or did we miss some before?
I think the 4 is correct, but I think the others should be 3s.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But still, more than able troop it does, or whatever. Anyway, I'm sure they're about to go down to 3s because it's time to kill some tanks. Yeah, the 4 was the guy who fired 2 heat rounds on the first turn.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So Hamilton. I'll zoom out.
Hamilton will shoot at the tank that's in Overwatch.
Okay.
It'll probably be.
This is close enough. It is it's more than 50, so less than 60. Hamilton gets a 4 up, or 4 down to hit on that one, because he has a +3 gunner.
An 8 and a 3 on the second shot.
That's a hit. Okay, 9 minus 6, that's 3 to penetrate.
3.
No, I'm sorry. 10 minus 6, it's a 4 to penetrate. But you got it. All right, so
Still rolled a 3.
Oh yeah. D10 plus 1.
All right, another 3 plus 1.
Is a 4. That is all weapons, -3 to hit. So
you've got one of those out in the minefield.
Oh, like my weapons weren't inaccurate enough. I lost my optics. What do you mean optics? I have I'm like looking through the bottom of a Coke bottle or something. That's my optics.
He misplaced his binoculars.
Oh man, you stepped on my binoculars. I told you not to do that. That's the second set you've broken. Okay. Okay, over to you.
We'll take 22. He'll go.
Yeah, he is
same procedure.
All right, he's a half speed. He'll go as far as he can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. I'm doing my best, boss.
Yep.
Tracks rattling all over the place. Sparks come out of his engine.
And
does he even want to waste ammo at this point? He's still pretty far away. He's over. He can hit, but he is over 60. So his chance to hit base is a 3.
Yeah, that will conserve ammo.
All right. So yeah, I may change the ammo load too. You're not supposed to be out of ammo by this point. Also, heat rounds. I need to make heat rounds better.
If heat rounds is better, you have the choice.
Yeah. Alright, so cool. Over to me. I'm just about done here. You know what? I think my commander's gonna get brave. Chooses not to fire, instead goes into Overwatch. Cool. Alright, over to you for your next activation.
23 will do the exact same as the other ones. So drive around in the minefield the best you can.
Come on, machine. I'm trying to do this where I don't have to zoom in. Alright. Oh, minefield. No effect.
Yep.
This minefield's about to steal the game from you. Okay, is he going to shoot at anybody? His range looks like 50 plus. Unless he wants to mop up some campfire guys. Or he can engage BMPs. I mean, if he wants. I don't know. You have a bunch of choices.
Yeah. Are the BMPs within 50?
They are at 45.
So we'll...
you hit with a 1 plus 2 for gunnery is a 3.
So 2.
Yeah, 2 with heat rounds.
Well, we'll take 2 shots at the BMP.
On infinite heat rounds. Go for it.
Nothing.
Okay.
3 and a 5.
Alright. This guy is going to reverse at half speed.
He came out from behind the cover.
Alrighty. Over to you. Looks like 24.
24 will do the same thing.
Come on. I'm getting lazy with zooming in and out. I probably shouldn't do that. It's great when it works. It saves time, but it's one of those shortcuts where it wastes more time than it saves. Okay. Is he also going to engage with some...
he'll fire 2 heat rounds at that BMP, yeah.
Cool. Less than 50. 3 becomes 2.
1 hit on a 1.
Cool. He penetrates on a 4 minus 3. He penetrates on a 1. Because I'm going to fix these heat rounds.
On an 8. So put a bit of stress on the guy in there, but nothing else.
I'm sorry, you got a 1 and an 8? Oh, yeah, you only scored...
No.
You scored 1 hit.
He scored 1 hit, and then he rolled an 8.
Gotcha. Okay, I think that's all your activations, because these guys were all rearming.
Yes.
Cool. I only have a few left. Alright, stop being goofy. Just zoom in. Let people see the wonderful little markers here. This can't move. We don't need anymore because that's the burning.
Yep.
Alright. Making sure. Cool. Yeah, so the Iraqis that are damaged and can't fire, they're starting to withdraw. They're backing up out of the battle zone. The Iraqis are down to basically 3 tanks and some BMPs. So we'll be calling this shortly. That concludes turn 3. You want to go one more turn?
We can go one more turn, yeah.
Alright.
let's see if we can mop things up and whether I can actually beat the
Stupid minefield.
minefield. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, these guys are far enough range they can stay back there. Like this guy can back up out of the minefield, and then you just tow the shit out of people from range.
That was my plan.
Also, if they pop up, if they actually move into like in good engagement range, these BMPs might actually kill them. So staying behind this ridge might actually be a good play.
Yep.
It's not really a ridge. I mean, you guys know what 73 Easting looked like. It was basically a pool table, but there were undulations. There were small terrain features, but really small. Okay. I still have my commander, so I'm going to roll 4 dice. My best is a 10. Beat that.
2 9s, but no 10s.
McMasters, this Iraqi commander is outthinking you. He has all these great planes. You just can't do any of them because he has no good weapons. How close are you? I already got a bunch of my guys in Overwatch. Those BMPs are literally useless until they get around that ridge. Okay, if that's the case, I'm gonna get stupid. Because why not? When you're playing the Iraqis, you just might as well.
Go for it.
Okay, peekaboo. I'm out from around the ridge. Alrighty. It is now time for... What the hell? Alright, hold on. Ungroup. Regroup, now that you're more or less straight. That's going to make it a slightly better ruler. Okay, the range here is 30. It looks like right about 40, the closest one.
Yep.
It is just short of 40. 40, BMP hits on a 6 plus gunnery of 2. That's my platoon leader. Hits on an 8. No hold down shielding. Uh-oh. This could be it.
That could be it.
7. What y'all know about 7? BMP. First of all, I don't know if the BMPs even had saggers at 73 Easting, so we may be making the BMPs a little overpowered here. But again, it's just a playtest. Anyway, BMP at this range penetrates on a 6. Your armor is hits on a 6. Penetrates on an 11. Your armor is a 4 against this kind of weapon, so I penetrate on an 7 down. Alright. A 1, that's a penetration. And 6. I'm sorry?
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you can roll another one for the...
That would be nice. Okay, that is vehicle disabled. The weapon cannot fire. So now I did blow his weapons out of the mountain. Boom. Okay, over to you. Now all those Bradleys, of course, have line of sight on that BMP.
Yep. But I'm gonna put 11 into Overwatch instead.
There you go. That way, when I move my other guy up there, which I'm totally gonna do, that's when you hit him first. Number 11 is now in Overwatch. Your platoon leader. Cool. So, over to my activation, I move the next Yahoo up there. Oh, also, those saggers that might be overpowered, they have no reloads. I shoot them twice and they're done. He goes up there, rinse, repeat. I'm assuming you're taking your Overwatch?
I'm taking my Overwatch, yep.
Overwatch, fire, tow away. All right.
On a 3.
That's a hit. Oh, God. Oh, penetration versus a BMP. Oh, guys, hold on. I actually want to see this. Penetration is 14. Minus armor of 3. Penetrates on 11. Automatically penetrates. So I'll tell you what, add 2 to the die roll because you're over 10. So it becomes automatic on 10. So 10 is a +1, 11 is a +2. It's already a +1 because it's a Soviet vehicle. Roll D10 +3.
So the 7 becomes a 10.
Yeah, no big surprise. Kaboom!
Eat a toe missile.
What's that game? Fistful of Toes? He just ate a fistful of toes. Nice. All right, guys. How's the chat holding up? Any problem? Any problems with the show here? Cool. As long as the Sager Gunner doesn't surrender now, because science teacher, stop spoiling it. No spoilers. Something funny happens in a video where a Sager Gunner hits one of my tanks and then immediately surrenders afterwards, like he didn't do anything. But don't worry about it because science teacher, don't give away what happens in videos that haven't been released yet. Ben Johnson says, yeah, damn minefields, boo. Yeah, I think the minefields may have cost them the game, but maybe not. Okay, so that was technically part of my activation, so it's actually back to your turn.
So we'll put 13 in Overwatch.
Here we go. Someone has figured out how this Overwatch thing works. It's 13 in Overwatch. You know what? He's going to miss that Overwatch eventually. And then I'm going to get another Bradley kill, and then, or another Bradley damage, and then that's it. Okay, and then I assume you trigger your, you said 13, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want the guy with -3.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because the other guy already took a shot and the other guy can't fire, so it's got to be 13. Sweet. All right, so that range is for the Overwatch shot 41 or so, more than 40, so less than 50. Oh, chance to hit is going to be the same no matter what.
It's a 7.
It's a 9 because I'm not under hold down.
Oh, +2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I hit on a 1.
Oh yeah, you got it. Penetration is automatic. D10 +3 to the die roll.
It'll be a 12.
No! There we go. Let's finish up the stream with some kabooms. Okay, back to my. That was my activation. Over to your activation.
Yeah, the Overwatch now moved down to 12.
He'll do his best. Okay, he's got one guy left. He's gonna miss. He's got to miss eventually. Damn it. The problem is I don't know if this guy can even get above that ridge. Yes, he can, to hit those other guys. So he moves. Wait a minute, where was I? Careful, accurate movement, please. There, Mr. Oriskany. There you go. There is line of sight for everybody. Okay, cool. So your chance to hit is normally a... That's not 9 the platoon leader.
Becomes a 6.
7 plus 2, yeah, it goes down to a 6.
A 6.
Oh! If you had rolled a 7, I might have won this game. All right, so that's a hit. Penetration is automatic. D10 plus 3.
So the 6 become a 9.
Fuel explosion. There goes my BMP company commander. He was trying to get an invitation to Uday Hussein's next pool party. Didn't work out for him. Oh, Iraqis. Okay, so he's now taking his Overwatch. All right, back over to you for your turn.
Let's do the...
Let me zoom out a little. Yeah, there's not too many Iraqis left.
They will do...
Basically 3 tanks and 2 BMPs.
43.
Okay, 43, moving at half speed.
He won't move.
Okay, cool.
Spoiler.
He will not move, so he does not trigger a minefield check. He'll, I assume, go ahead and fire?
Yes. And he'll shoot. He got how many sabots left?
According to me, 4 sabot rounds left.
So in that case, we'll not shoot on BMPs, but will shoot at your company commander.
Let me move some of these counters out of the way. Okay. Where the hell is my... Oh, it's 101. Okay. He is my only commander left. So... Oh, shit. Okay, command system. There is a command system in this game, guys. We just haven't really been using it so far because with enough commanders on the table, it doesn't really matter. But I have a command of 4. I just lost this whole platoon. So I command BMP platoon 1, yes. BMP... Or I'm on the wrong turn. BMP platoon number 2, that's 1 command point. I have no platoon commanders left. So that's 1, and then I can command 3 more vehicles. You always command yourself for free. So he's got 4 command points, C4. He commands platoon number 1, or I should say a second BMP platoon. He commands them. No worries, that's 1 of his command points. Then he has no more platoon commanders. He's lost too many commanders. Now the command system actually does come into play. I have 3 command points left after that. I command him, and I command him. And that's it. That's the bonus of having so few vehicles left. Okay, so this guy, even though he can't fire, even though he's trying to withdraw, I literally can't activate him. I don't have enough command points. Cool. Alright, so anyway, you're going to shoot at my company commander now anyway, or my battalion commander. That is going to be 47 inches, so less than 50. Cool, your chance to hit is a 5. I am hold down, becomes a 4.
A 3.
That's 1 hit. Penetration at this range is 7 minus 6, 5.
5.
That barely penetrates. D10 plus 1.
A 6 becomes a 7.
Vehicle disabled. Crew wounded. Oh man. Did I make a crew wounded counter? Oh no.
Vehicle cannot fire.
Vehicle cannot fire, yeah. Alright, cool.
And his second shot.
Ooh, wait a minute. 101. He already had some damage on him. Half speed. Alright, so he's at 3/4 to kill now, because he now has what's basically going to be a yellow counter and a red counter. I'll get rid of the Overwatch counter, because, hello, he can't fire. So he's technically still in the fight. He has what's going to be a yellow counter and a red counter. And the reason I maintain all that is he's the commander. If he goes down, I have no more commanders. Battle's going to be pretty much over. Okay. Over to you. Oh, that guy still has a second shot, right?
Yeah, and he'll take it on the same guy.
Okay. What do we say? 4 to
on
hit?
a 7, he'll miss.
Alright, cool. So now he goes down to 2 Sabo rounds. Alright, cool. Over to me. Am I close enough where I can do anything? I'm at, what did we just say? Less than 50? Nope. There's literally no point to me firing right now. At no range will my saggers ever penetrate this armor. Screened. They're all dead. Oh, I have one tank up there left. I have 1 BMP left up there. But he's already fired. Yeah.
He already gone.
Totally.
So let's see. We'll do.
I'll just go ahead and move this guy. One guy who actually does have command. Well, he's going to turn around now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. He escapes off the southern edge of the table. Only to be massacred by Cougar Squadron, I assume. All right.
Then we'll do 22.
Okay. Where is he? Way the hell back.
The other half speed.
Cool, I got him. All right, is he also not moving? Is he gonna wait for the engineers to come dig him out?
We'll wait for. Nah, we'll move him. To heck with it.
All right.
He'll move full speed for him. So 5.5.
Okay. And do you want to engage tanks or BMPs?
He got enough Sabot rounds.
Three Sable rounds left.
That will engage 132.
You just want to keep wearing out that commander? If you kill that commander, I'm pretty sure that's game.
Okay, we'll shoot the commander in that case.
Because then I literally have, well, each tank can command himself, but they can get no platoon leaders, no platoon orders. You have to have platoon orders and individual tank orders. I have no platoon leaders left after this, because you've killed all my other platoon leaders. I'm double checking, make sure I have no more platoon leaders. Hold on. I take that back, I have one BMP left. 321. If his number ends in a 1...
it's a leader, yeah.
He's at least a junior lieutenant. All right, so it's up to you. Do you want to engage that tank again, or do you want to engage somebody else?
Okay, engage the tank again. Let's close him out.
Looks like you are at just over 50, which means you are firing at 2, becomes 4, becomes 3.
1 hit.
Cool.
I rolled them both together.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha. Damn it, stop moving the map. Alright, let me, before I lose
2
track.
to penetrate.
Actually, no. You're at less than 50, it is 4 to penetrate. Or are you saying that you rolled 2?
I rolled that 2.
Oh, I thought you said you had a 2 chance. Sorry. Cool, that's a penetration round. D10 plus 1.
Your 5 become a 6.
And that is vehicle disabled. And he already has a disabled... Yeah, he has many things on him. He has like 5 damage points now. Oh, there goes my vehicle commander, or my battalion commander. We'll say he survived, because he survives historically.
Yep.
His tank is wrecked, he's out of the battle, but he gets taken prisoner.
Yeah, I have to make up for what the minefield is doing to me.
There you go. Oh, speaking of which, he did move. And that is a... Come on, keep it in the box. First of all, turn on the webcam. 7, yeah, no mine. So, cool. Okay, my next action.
You would check whether they're in command at the start of the turn, correct?
Oh, that's at the beginning of the turn. Yeah, because we're already past the command phase. Yes. So everyone got their orders, and then all this action happens. So the guy who is now leaving already has his orders to leave.
Yes. I just wanted to make sure that...
Otherwise, it would be a command phase every impulse, and that would just blow the game up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good question, though. All right, over to you for your activation. Because, I mean, yes, you are far enough away where your chances to hit are piss poor, and your chances of penetration aren't great. I literally can't hit you at all. Or even when I can hit you, it does no damage.
We'll do McMasters, and he'll... move forward next to the 41, is it? Yeah.
He could get out of the minefield.
Yeah, but we'll just put him on the same...
Okay.
Well, it doesn't really matter whether he's in the minefield for the last turn. He'll move through the minefield no matter what.
Yeah, this is also true.
So we'll just line him up with 43.
Cool. He's got 1 sabot round left.
And he'll place that in the lead BMP.
Alrighty. He wants that 7th kill, so he's going for something weak. He wants that BMP. At this range, we are talking about 35 inches, 1,700 meters. So his chance to hit is a 6, adjusted.
5.
That's a hit. And then, oh god, 12 minus, what do we say, 3? A 9. So basically just don't roll a 10.
A 1.
Boom, that's penetration. Okay, so D10, D10 plus 1.
8 becomes a
9.
9.
Fuel explosion. Okay, that is the end of the game, because that is now my last officer.
And his last shot, just to finish his activation, will be a heat.
It's got to be a heat.
Into the,
yep.
Into the other BMP.
Cool. That is, again, same range band, so less than 40. He has a 2, becomes 5, becomes 4 for hull down.
A 4.
A 4, that's a hit. 4 becomes... Oh, no, it's a hit. So a heat is 6 minus 3, 3 to penetrate.
A 3.
All right, penetrated. Roll a D10 plus 1.
That'll become a 7.
Vehicle cannot fire, which ruins his Overwatch. But that's okay. The only thing he could Overwatch... Oh, no! Come on, machine. What the hell? Send to back. I said send to back now. I meant it. Oh, maybe I did. God bless. How many units down is it? God damn, man. I'm trying to move that stupid Overwatch counter. Boom. Boom. Oh, wait, he's burning.
No, the middle one is
middle
burning
guy's
as well.
burning. This guy can't fire.
Yeah.
There we go. I gotta do something about these poofs. These poofs are a little too annoying sometimes. Go away. I wasn't kidding. Actually, what I need to do is make real counters and not these little shapes, color shapes. Because that doesn't happen.
If you need to recolor them anyways,
totally.
That'll take care of that.
Totally. Alright, so there are now no Iraqi officers left. Literally 133, 132, 2 tanks left in 3rd platoon, 1st company. 1 track left up there, but he is... Yeah, that's it. So, awesome. Alright, so for the rest of the game, the Iraqis are just going to be surrendering or pulling out. No longer under fire. Your drivers can now very carefully, and they did this. They went to like 8 miles an hour. They went through that minefield very slowly so they don't run across any mines. I should have put it in some kind of special rule, like if you're moving at half speed, you can't hit a mine or something, because your driver's being careful. However, we did wind up with 2 half speeds. That's 2 damaged, 3 damaged. So 2 damaged Abrams. 3 points and 3 points. That's 6 points. A damaged, whatchamacallit, Bradley, 7 points. Still a draw. What actually tipped it over was the damaged Bradley
the disabled Bradley up there.
Yeah. That is 2 more victory points. That gets me to 9 victory points. A narrow Iraqi victory.
Yeah.
Which I know it doesn't look like it, but I technically did better than the real commander did. Although technically I'm on fire, so maybe not. The real Iraqi commander survived. But in my last dying breaths, I actually did damage a couple American vehicles a little bit. No American wrecks. That's good.
The one thing I was wondering is command and control is a good thing, but the one thing that very much become a temptation when playing something where you know which units are the commanders is you go commander hunting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out. That happens in almost any game.
So whether you will want something like the commander jumping that Flames of War doing.
I can't stand that. I hate that rule. That's the only thing I really don't like about Flames of War. I know Flames of War catches a lot of grief, and it deserves a little bit of grief, but the only thing about the game that I really don't like is that Mexican jumping bean rule,
Yep.
Oh, I hate that.
I can understand why they got it, but
Yeah, it's a game. It's a blatant game mechanic, so that you don't that doesn't happen. Um, what I'm gonna do is do like I was doing my commander at first. Just literally hide him. Your commander is not supposed to be
yeah.
out in front, just slinging out shots. Okay, McMaster's was doing it, but he's in an Abrams. If you're in a weak
Yeah.
vehicle, you're not supposed to be out there, duking it
Oh
out
no.
with the enemy.
So yeah, you can go commander hunting for McMasters in his Abrams all you like, but
Yeah, good luck getting through that trouble. And even if you killed McMasters, the Americans have enough command points where they should be able to recover. It would be difficult. It would slow things down, but American.
And for the American, it's also a question of at that point you lost an Abrams, so you are already in trouble.
Yeah. Now, honestly, before what turn was it? Like turn 3. Yeah, that's why I moved him back behind that blind terrain. That's literally what the commander's supposed to be doing. I mean, by the time we got to the end of turn 3, I was like, oh god, this game's over. Obviously, it's supposed to be. Let me go ahead and shove him up there, and maybe I can get a shot. Also, it's nice to have that +1 on gunnery to hit. But then I forgot that I can't even penetrate you at this range. Which, that I'm happy with. That I want. Range is the difference. Especially on these kind of battlefields. So, there's a couple things I gotta fix. Not much. Heat rounds. Heat rounds are way too weak. Way too weak. I'm looking at other charts and other games, and I think they make them a little overpowered. Like, why would you ever fire a Sabot? But then again, anything with laminate armor defeats a heat round. So now I have to start putting laminate armor on my T-72s. So yeah, there's a little bit of water spilling out of the tub, but I don't know. I think it's running pretty smooth so far.
Oh yeah. And a rule for going half speed through the minefield, but that would be more scenario specific than game mechanic specific.
Yeah, because right now it's kind of gamey. It's literally like up to the dice. If you get a couple bad rolls, you're going to lose the game before the Iraqis even open fire. I mean, especially as the American player. So yeah, I'll figure something. I mean, if we ever play this scenario again, I'll figure that part out.
I mean the 3 points. The 2 Abrams that were damaged were minefield. The Bradley I'll have to take on the chin for getting them into harm's way.
Well, I had to do something with my BMPs. It cost me my whole BMP platoon, but landing one shot on a. And again, when you're playing the Iraqis, that's the terms you have to think in. I'm going to lose a whole company doing this, but I'm going to blow up one empty Amtrak platoon, like with my Marines the other day in that Brigade game. It cost me a battalion of T-55s, but that still puts me up in points.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. All right, guys. So any more questions in chat, or nope? Looks like everything is still everything's still pretty calm in chat. Because Science Teacher says now I'm the one spoiling the video. She was just hinting. Well, that's actually true. But if I told you to not spoil things, now it's already kind of out of the bag. No worries though. I'm just kidding about all that anyway. Hey, if anything, it'll get people to watch the video now. That video, by the way, should go out on Wednesday. That's going to be our Wednesday show for the week. Is some more 15mm battle group. So it's a good one, trust me. It's the best out of 5 so far. And number 6 is going to be even better. That's going to come out next Sunday. And then next Sunday is February 28th. That's the end of the Gulf War. We can finally put the Gulf War to bed. Move on to something else. I've been playing with Romans. We'll see what happens here with Battle Carry Sabot. It's a modern tank skirmish game. It does not have to stay with Gulf War, God knows. You put some Abrams up against some proper tanks, like some Russian T-90s or something. Or if you want a really equal battle that's at least a little plausible, Merkava 4s versus American M1s. That sounds crazy. It's not crazy. The Egyptian army is set up with M1A1 Abrams. So something bad could happen over there with the Egyptian government, and we could have another battle in the Sinai. Merkava 4s versus American M1 A1s. That's a battle for your ass right there.
Yep.
And it's all too possible. Sorry to say.
And don't the Saudis have them as well?
M1 A1s? Oh god, all kinds of people have them. Unfortunately.
Yep.
Kuwait has them. Iraq has them. Saudi Arabia has them. The Egyptians have them. I'm sure some other people that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but something like that. It's a lot.
Give them out like candy.
Yeah. They're the new T-72.
The UA, I think, have them.
That's probably true. You're probably right. In fact, I'd be surprised if they don't have them.
Is that the deal that is on the review at the moment? I can't remember.
If they don't have them, they have them soon. It would not surprise me at all if they have them. That's the kind of country, pretty much any country that can afford them, because they are expensive. All right, guys. So we've been up now for quite a while. We're going to go ahead and close out Mr. Stream. I'm going to eat some dinner and go to bed. I've gotten 8 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. It's time for... Yeah, I have to go to work tomorrow, so yeah, I need to catch up. All right, guys. Glad you liked it. This was the first playtest. Listening in, interesting game. Thanks very much, James Cuts. Yeah, this was a playtest. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's a bad scenario to try to playtest because it's very asymmetrical. The best playtesting scenarios are like Battle of Britain, where the BF-109 and the Spitfire were almost perfectly matched. Or like we were saying before, we could run theoretical Sinai War 4 with modern Merkavas and modern M1s against each other. Where it's equal,
you could even do an A1 versus A1.
Technically, yeah, you could say something like, "Oh, Iraq invades Kuwait again," or I don't know how that would even happen, but yeah, there's nothing.
Rebellious troops somewhere with the amount of them going around.
Hey,
you never know where the next takeover will be.
With when it comes to wargaming, you can always wargame a wargame. You can always go to Fort Irwin National Training Center and say, "Hey, 1st and 2nd Platoon, or 1st and 2nd Brigade of 1st Armored Division are gonna duke it out for beer money. We're gonna have a big battle out in the desert, and whoever wins, the other side's picking up the tab tonight at the O Club."
Fight for the bear pit.
There you go. Yeah, you can always do that, and those battles happen all the time. Trust me. That's why we do well in real battles, because we practice them 100 times beforehand. Cool. Thanks very much, Novus Templar. Thanks very much, James Cuts. And because Science Teacher, rules look fine for a first run through. Looks like it will work well with microscale figures. Yeah, we're playing with... Again, I know it's a Riskening. I know I'm a Riskening. I know we're playing on a computer screen. But again, notice this is not a hex and counter game. This game is designed as a miniature type game. Rulers, inches, so on and so forth. Yeah. It's just going to be like 1 to 2,000. So give up the idea of true line of sight. True line of sight is the Achilles heel that wrecks most modern games. Which is why we were talking about Flames of War and Team Yankee earlier. Team Yankee is starting to kind of step away from that a little bit. They're trying, in their more recent books, they're talking more and more about their logarithmic scale. They're talking about, if you'll notice, some of their line of sight rules. If you can't see the whole tank, it's considered hidden. In other words, not true line of sight. True line of sight is where things blow up, because that's when your miniature has to be in scale with the terrain. That way, yeah. And here, like I was showing before, these tanks are not to scale. Every inch on this table is 50 meters. If you were to have a tank is not 50 meters. We kind of did this before, but just for people who weren't on the chat, if this piece was to real scale, a tank is about 6 meters, or maybe 7 meters. So at most, optimistically, about 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 of one of these squares. 1. Not including the gun. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, perfect. So that's what the actual Abrams really looks like on this scale. And again, they're shooting at up to 60 inches away. The tank itself is about 1/5 of an inch long. 1 to 2,000 is the scale, or about 1 in a millimeter scale, 0.75 millimeters. So I don't even know what an infantry figure would look like at that. It would be about 1/2 a millimeter tall. It'd be like, a speck of dust. A tank is less than 1/4 of an inch.
So yeah, we are talking almost markers, even if it's miniatures.
Well, no, you would just have you have to make up some kind of rule, like, the tank is always, you always aim at the center of the turret or something. Again, as long your miniatures can be 20 feet big for all I care. It's just don't have true line of sight visibility rules. I know it's easy to, and it helps with immersion, but it also breaks the game. True line of sight rules are very easy to write. Put your eye on the tank. If you can see the other tank, you can hit it. If not, no. Oh, it's partially obscured? -1. That's it. Line of sight rules in other games are much more complicated because you don't use true line of sight. You have to have some kind of math and geometry and table and all that shit. So it is clunky, but that's the only way to actually play it in anything like reasonable space-time cubes, because it's insane. Here, I actually did all the math. How fast an M1 Abram moves in 30 seconds? A turn is 30 seconds, so this whole battle lasted about 2 minutes. You destroyed the better part of an Iraqi tank battalion in less than 120 seconds. So well done there.
Yep.
Yeah, and you crossed, you're halfway to 73 Easting. Now, of course, historically, this battle continued. He blew up, there's that first line of 8 tanks. That's that first battalion that you blew up. And then he reached 73 Easting. That's kind of like near the end of my map. And then later on in the day at like 5:30 in the afternoon, he moved forward and he re-engaged this other coil of 17 more Iraqi tanks. So he did it all again. These Eagle Troop guys, they did not mess around.
Yep.
Yeah, so he basically did this twice in one day. And again, to the north is Ghost Troop, and to the south is another whole squadron. India Troop and 2 more troops. I can't remember their names. Yeah, so 2nd Armored Cavalry Regiment was kicking ass. And that was the beginning of this battle. And then through the night, it continued to expand. So picture a wedge going into a brick wall. The further the wedge goes into the wall, the wider that contact area continues to expand because it's a wedge. And before you know it, this whole friggin' line is engaged. And that's where the definition of the Battle of 73 Easting starts to get real shaky. Most historians call it the Battle of Norfolk. And the reason they do that is because then, you see here south of 1st Infantry Division Mechanized, you have the British. That is 1st UK Armored. So that's when you zoom in and you see, this entire thing. That's when people really call it the Battle of Norfolk. And that's pretty much this whole line here. And that is most of 27 February 1991. And then 1st Armored Division engages with El Medina and El Adnan Division in the Battle of Medina Ridge. So that's when Gulf War, Medina Ridge plus Norfolk becomes like the 2nd largest tank battle in history. It's depending on how you define it. It's definitely up there. So 73 Easting is it's the spark that is going to ignite a forest fire over the next 24 to 36 hours. And then by the time the sun comes up on 28 February, the war's over. Bush is like, come on guys, enough is enough. You've had enough killing for 1 century. And by then there's like nothing left anyway.
Oh yeah.
Alright guys, so I've caught up on all the chat here. Thanks very much, Novus Templar, James, Damon, everybody. Ben, thanks very much for all your comments and for coming by. Thanks, obviously, Rasmus, for helping us playtest. Thanks for everybody else that was out here earlier today. Super appreciate it. Good to go. Glad when we have a successful stream.